bringing my show back on.
Nah.
Synchronize. Oh, is it? We're talking about Howie Mandel.
Nah, we're up to Man of Steel.
Hold on. Let me just review real quick. We were talking about the Superman movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got, jeez, there's 8 of them. Okay, 8 Superman movies if we count the Justice League, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got the Superman, the motion picture, with Marlon Brando in it, in as little of it as he could possibly be. He was in it. Then Superman 2, which is a mess, and there's been like the Donna cut to try and fix it, but it's still good. I think it's great. I think the movie's great. Regardless, when I loved it when I was a kid, I thought it was even better than the first movie. But apparently, it was a mess. So there's a Donna cut that's even better that I still have yet to see. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Superman 3 is also a mess, but you love it because you imagine it as being Brainiac.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yep.
is, that's a good way to watch it. It's better that way. It is. It's like if Richard Pryor is possessed by Brainiac, that makes more sense. It's better that way, right? Yeah, it is. It is better if you think about it like Brainiac. It doesn't make any sense in the other way, right?
No, not at all.
Then Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, was a
Terrible, but enjoyably terrible.
Yep. I like it because it's so stupidly bad, but it was apparently even worse with additional scenes. Oh, I would these like almost like a half hour longer.
45 minutes. Be right back.
Jesus Christ! With the additional scenes of the they did a botched version of Nuclear Man that fucked up, and additional stuff with Nuclear Man flying over Russia, I guess, triggering their defense systems and almost starting World War III. And it's all so much stuff that got cut out of the movie. It didn't make it into the film, and yet it's still really bad. They trimmed so many stupid scenes, but it's still really bad. It's baffling, actually.
Yep. I've only seen a small smidgen of those deleted scenes too.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, especially the first version of Solar Man or Nuclear Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nuclear Man.
Nuclear.
He's so weird, Spike.
Who doesn't have nuclear powers? He has nuclear powers.
Do you still have the pictures of the original of the previous Nuclear Man? Bring up Nuclear Man, quick.
Oh, excuse me.
Right, oh my God, look at that!
It's
right there with the
fucking
surprise expression.
beautiful.
Wow, look at that! What is he's like retarded? He's not done right. They fucked it all up. So, and he was born differently. So Nuclear Man is thrown into the sun, or he's put on a device that Superman throws in the sun because he's throwing all of the warheads into the sun, right? But this,
Yeah.
he was born in like some kind of chamber thing, so he comes out all retarded.
I assume that was a little fission reactor and it basically like wasn't enough power.
I guess so. I guess fucking so.
Because there's that stupid scene where he explains like the sun is just a giant nuclear bomb. It's like, no, not really.
No. No. But yeah. It's the worst movie. Somehow the worst movie yet.
I disagree. Superman Returns is the worst movie.
Oh, yes. Superman Returns.
I've never had any desire to go back to it. I think I've rewatched it one time with a friend because they
I,
wanted to see it, and I never. Just, why would I want to rewrite? Like, what is in it that's worth seeing again?
nothing really happens. Superman comes back from apparently going to try and find Krypton, and it's not there. It's just devastation. Which there is a deleted scene. That's a cool scene. Movie should start off with him going to Krypton.
Oh, the Krypton scene. Oh God, that scene is awesome.
Right, but we're not gonna play it because we got caught with copyright for some kind of Superman we were playing.
Yeah, I wish we
Who
could
knows?
play that because, like,
I don't think it's the deleted scenes we got caught for, but it could have been because they do have that stuff on, like, on collections, and therefore it's copyrighted and stuff. I don't think it was for the Steve Shives. You know what I mean?
I don't know,
It
but
takes a
either
while to
way, that
catch the system, but
that deleted sequence where he goes to Krypton, you're right. That is a great sequence.
and a great way to start the fucking movie.
Yeah,
Why they cut it? I think they were like, nah, and then somebody was like, it's got to be more like the original Donna movie, so we got to have it like vroom, vroom, and then like start with the crash landing on Earth, just like in the Donna movie where they crash landed, right? Um, yeah,
even though it explains where he's been very easily too.
but yeah, that's forgetting that the Donna movie started on Krypton. What are we talking about here? What you know? It started in Krypton with the titles flying through space.
You also get to see how his ship works a little bit, like how it
Mhm.
flies and moves and does shit. That's kind of cool.
Right, and even kind of implies how we got there because we don't know nothing. When in the movie, we just know we came back. The way it's set up, flew in a ship probably made from Kryptonian technology. Kind of created by this crystal fortress of solitude. I imagine.
It looked to me like it was the same kind of ship he arrived in the first time.
Sure, sure, same kind of ship,
Great big
and the
fucking
Kryptonian thing could
like
make it for
sea
him.
urchin of crystals.
Mm-hmm. Because in these movies, crystals all control everything.
Yep.
Oh, his whole world's made of crystals. All crystals are all where the records are kept.
That
So,
uber powerful green crystal that I don't know. It does a lot of stuff.
yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of different crystals, and I think I thought that's what fucking that was the part that was interesting, and that's a part that carried over from several different Superman movies, including the death of Superman. What happens in that one? Lex Luthor breaks into the Fortress of Solitude.
Yep.
And in the Nicolas Cage Tim Burton movie, he was going to fight some polar bears on his way in.
Ha.
But they don't fight any polar bears. They just go. It's very uneventful. They just walk right in there uneventfully. Nothing happens. They just walk in there. He fucks with the crystals, and now I thought he was going to be unlocking the secrets of the Kryptonian technology. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess he was because he can create an island, but stupid.
Oh, that's right. He uses the green crystal to make that island. That's
Right,
right.
right, and it is kind of like
Or wait, no, it's a casing of kryptonite with another crystal inside it.
the casing of kryptonite is theoretically to make kryptonite embedded throughout the new structure it creates,
Right. And it grows to be the size of fucking Australia.
and he just picks it up and moves it
Yep.
and just
Because
flies it
he's
out into space
Superman.
because he does that, and I don't know. Yeah, the Chaos Emeralds. That's right. It always goes back to Sonic the Hedgehog. Man, I wish the Tim Burton Superman existed. Yes, that would be great. Even just to go back and talk about, it, even if it failed. This failed too. It's six of one, half a dozen the other. We could have had a more interesting movie to talk about. Right, with Nicolas Cage as Superman. It's not like everybody wasn't already on board. Right? Can you imagine this? Christopher Walken as Brainiac. Right?
I would have loved that.
And Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, same thing, but I think
That also sounds like it would have been enjoyably terrible.
right, enjoyably terrible and maybe some fun. Right, would have fucking took a shit on the mythos of Superman, something awful probably. It would have taken Superman in places where people were like, "This isn't Superman."
Would it have though? Isn't Nicolas Cage like a really obsessive Superman fanboy? He named his kid Kal-El for fuck's sake.
He may be, but
He might have
I don't know
kept
if it was
he might have
approaching the character.
somehow kept that movie on track.
I don't know. The Nicolas Cage Superman movie might have worked, you know. But this is a mess. This is two Superman. The what we got was two Superman. You know, it was like you said, it borrows from the John Williams score. Okay, right, and all the events of the previous Superman movies supposedly happened. What, including Nuclear Man? Like, really? Where are we at here? Right? Lois is so young. I'm not buying any of that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's way younger than if that's what they're doing. Everybody should be a little older.
Brandon Routh looks too young too.
Yeah.
No idea how old they were, but they looked young.
Yeah. And he hired him just because it's Brian singing, and he's gay, and he has a huge member. He's got a massive cock, and he just wanted to get a piece of that. Because I believe Brandon Routh is gay. I believe he is.
Mm, didn't know that.
So he's like, "Hey, baby, I will hook you up with this role if you put that massive sausage in between these buns."
That's horrible.
I don't, because he had Henry Cavill in the palm of his hands. He had Henry Cavill in the palm of his hands. He was the guy. They already picked him for like the J.J. Abrams movie that was kind of the redevelopment of the Death of Superman, but they still had Kevin Spacey, and but Henry Cavill, they finally nabbed him for, if it wasn't Zack Snyder, it was going to be somebody else,
Hmm.
because Henry Cavill had the role, and yeah, maybe it would have been better in the hands of somebody other than Zack Snyder, right?
Didn't Superman Returns also come out around the same time as Batman Begins?
So Batman Begins. Superman Returns is 2006. So Superman, we're after Batman Begins, before the Dark Knight, because Dark Knight was 2008.
Mm,
So this has got to be after Batman Begins, Superman Returns. So after Batman Begins, Superman Returns.
that was an unlucky draw.
And this movie failed at the box office, and people were like, "Oh, what do you mean? $600 million is a failure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, $600 million is a failure. I'm sorry, it is. It is. It's $600 million is a failure. I'm sorry. When there's a lot more money to be made. Batman, this one came out. Man of Steel came out. Was it this year after the Dark Knight Rises?
Mm, I guess.
Huh? Right after the Dark Knight Rose, Man of Steel descended.
Descended, ascended out of hell to get fanboy rage arguments going all over the internet for an entire year or so. I
Yes,
thought the movie was fine.
it was the most divisive. Supposed to get Superman back on track, but while Superman Returns had no fans except for Steve Shives, who thinks it's a masterpiece, and we could watch the rest of that video, seeing how the chat is screaming over here. They're like, "Finish the Steve Shives video, for God's sakes, finish the Steve Shives video." The whole chat really wants to see the Steve Shives video, but I'm like, "No,
No.
no, we got the point." Steve Shives, but he's the only guy who likes Superman Returns, and he thinks it's a masterpiece, which is ridiculous, fucking ridiculous. So Superman, Man of Steel was to get us back on track, and we got more action. There's more action. He's a more ripped Superman, and we are fully resetting things. Fuck over the Richard Donner movies. We're reinventing Krypton. We got a new Zod, which is she's cool. Yeah, Krypton. Look at that. Look at that. It's a big fucking crazy world that they've created, which is like it's more like Lord of the Rings and shit. You know, it's big and crazy.
It's pretty nuts looking.
Yeah, and oh. Look for there's the birthing trees because people on Krypton are not born uh, naturally anymore. Everybody is bred, right? Yeah, birth annex, birthing annex. Uh, yeah, well, there's something with the say like maybe just the birthing thing, birthing chamber. Sure. Yeah. What the fuck? You know what this looks like?
Matrix.
Yes. So here we have the birthing chambers from Krypton, right? And I'll bring up some images of the fucking birthing chambers from Matrix. Because it's the same, except these are underwater, or in some kind of, I guess, some kind of, well, not the power plant, but where they're actually born. They're born on these little trees, and they're popped off of those, and there you go. Those things. Oh, see, they start off as little fetuses, right? They're born on these little trees, and then they're put on those little things. They show some of that in like the sequence, in the dream sequence.
Yep. Yeah.
But they're the same things. So it gets me thinking that the Matrix and Man of Steel are somehow connected. Yeah, yeah. So in one after mankind merges with machines after the war, right? Man and they evolve, but the planet is still dead. The planet is still dying, right?
The explanation in the movie is because they mined their fucking core too much.
Sure. And,
It's this.
in the Matrix, there are tunnels that go deep and deep and deep and deep and deep into the earth, right?
Yep.
How far they went into the fucking earth, right? Eventually,
I like Superman's cape. I like how it's all velvety.
mm, that's kind of what because that's what the fucking the pleated. It's pleated like Chris Hemsworth's cape as Thor, right? And that
Yeah.
like that's nice pleated fucking cape because unlike fucking Batman, who he started pleating. He was wearing a pleated cape in fucking the Batman, but that's because he doesn't wear the cape over himself. Superman never wears the cape over himself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's always tossed back.
So, what do you think of Michael Shannon as Zod?
I think he's pretty great.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he's pretty awesome. There's a lot of intensity with the guy. He
That's
sells a part with his intensity that doesn't really make any sense otherwise, right? Why is he so determined to take out, as he calls him, Kal? He just calls him instead of calling him Kal-El, he just calls him Kal, Kal. just rams it all into one syllable, right? Kal, I will get you, Kal. And he's like, at one point, he's like, "There's only two ways this could go, Kal. Either you kill me or I kill you, Kal."
this
I'll
fucking
kill you. And
scene.
there's another part where he's like, "I'll kill you, Kal. I swear to Kal, I'll kill you, Kal." Anyway, yeah.
This part always makes me laugh where he's like, "You need to join us. I'm gonna drown you in skulls now to help convince you."
I've come to you in a dream. This is a projection in your mind.
Now I'm going to show
So,
you. Now I know this seems rough, but we're going to terraform your entire planet. And now I'm going to drown you in skulls.
drowning in skulls. That's right. Just why that's it's so weird. And then he later captures him. He's got him on board his ship, and he's breathing Kryptonian air or whatever. Which, you know, makes him
Yeah, this one,
again.
I don't know if it's the sun that does it to him or the atmosphere.
It's also the atmosphere. It's apparently the atmosphere and the thing because once he takes off the mask, he's invincible already, right? But when he takes off the mask, breathing the air is what gives him the heat vision and the X-ray vision. Because once he takes off the mask, he starts going like whoa, and because before he also didn't have super hearing and super sight to see through things. And then also once you get the super sight is somehow connected to the lasers, right?
And he also gets a handle on it real quick.
Oh yeah, he gets a handle on it very quickly.
Born soldier.
Right, right. And then once he gets a handle of it, then he like shucks off the armor like he doesn't need it, which he doesn't, right?
I heard something odd today that some people didn't really like this. The fact that his eyes glow red before they do the vision.
That's a stupid thing to not like.
I know, I don't get it. I feel like maybe somebody was just like pretending someone was offended.
Maybe somebody is genuinely offended that his eyes glow red before he shoots the laser beam. Hey, anybody in the chat offended that Henry eyes glow
Yeah, is
before
he
he
too
shoots lasers?
scary? Is he too scary like that? Because that's
Because
the thing
I
that they
don't
said. He's
think
too
I don't think
scary.
yeah I don't think Christopher Reeve's eyes glowed.
No, the lasers formed like in front of his eyes.
Yeah, just beyond his eyes, which is fine. But I can understand. You don't want Superman needs to be able to look scary sometimes, right? Where he like charges up his eye vision, like yeah, I'm gonna blast you. No, it's iconic. All right, that's what he says. Yeah, eyes glowing red is iconic.
I mean, yeah, whoever said that, yeah. I
Because
can think of lots of times where he's had his eyes glow red. I don't know what people are weird. They're just weird. But then this shit happened.
oh yeah, right. Well, I mean, okay, so fuck.
We already talked about this, but like
Yeah, wait.
we didn't talk about
2012 to 2016. But the fact is that they announced the arrival of this fucking movie right after Man of Steel. It was 2013. So us nerds were sitting around for about what 3 years, just mulling over the fucking movie, right? Various news would come out like Hey, guess who was cast as Batman? And I'd be like, I don't know.
Ben Affleck.
No. What? Ben Affleck? That's the last person I would think in the universe they were going to get to be fucking Batman and Bruce Wayne. He's Bat. What? And then people freaked out over that. And then they're like, hey, have you heard who's going to be fucking Wonder Woman? And they're like, no, I don't. Who's that? That's somebody I never heard of. Who is it? They'd be like, all right, well, she was in like one of the Fast and Furious movies. Here's a picture of her. And they're like, that doesn't look like Wonder Woman. It's like, okay, well, whatever. Right? And then they're like, hey, guess who's going to be Lex Luthor? Who?
Jesse motherfucking Eisenberg.
Wait, who are you talking about? He had just been in this social network, and it was like, oh, um, uh, yeah, what? See, what? Well, I guess he played, he was just in the social network, and he was so I guess they're going to make him like a because he was Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, is Lex Luthor going to be like Mark Zuckerberg? Because that's a nice twist, right? No,
Mm.
no, no, he wasn't Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know what the fuck he was. I don't know what they were going for.
What's worse, this or Jared Leto Joker?
Jared Leto Joker, but still, this is way off for Lex Luthor. I don't know what we're doing here. What are we doing here?
Well, it's Lex Jr., but for some reason it's not Lex Jr. as he is in the comics. It's just literally Lex Luthor Jr.
So is the idea that he's not Lex Luthor?
Yeah,
That he's just Lex Luthor's son?
yeah.
And that's why he does refer to Dad. This is how Dad would have done such stuff, right?
Hmm.
Okay. All right, that makes a little more sense. He does refer to a couple things. Yeah, Dad.
But then they showed us this.
Oh yeah, in the trailers they showed us this. Okay, and that was a huge mistake because what this is Doomsday, and well, you as a DC fan know that Doomsday is going to kill Superman, right?
Yes.
Or Superman's going to kill himself, taking out Doomsday.
The second you see him, you know Superman's gonna die in this movie.
Well, see, what I knew is just a moviegoer was that when I saw him in the trailer, it just means that here yeah, they even show that shot where the three of them are standing together. Click on that,
Ah,
where
yeah.
that means what that
That Superman
and
and
fight.
Batman fight is gonna not have a non-ending.
Right, they're not going to fight. They're going to fight each other for a while, and then a monster is going to show up, and Wonder Woman's going to show up, which that should have been completely left out of the movie entire the trailer. Don't tell us that in the fucking trailer. The whole trailer should have been, hey, fuck Batman versus Superman fighting. That's
Seeing this
Batman versus
costume
Superman.
gave away quite a bit too, as far as what the fight was going to be. Because anyone who saw the suit was like, okay, so this is just gonna straight up be like the fight from The Dark Knight Returns,
Right. And
and it is,
it is. But it,
except for the kryptonite spear and the why did you say that name?
well, I mean, it's it doesn't go the same way that one goes.
Superman looks like he doesn't know what to do with his hands in this shot.
Okay, look up the Batman versus Superman final trailer.
Do we dare risk this?
Sure, why not? Who cares? The final, not showing us Wonder Woman. You know,
Yeah, a little better.
yeah, that sells it better. It doesn't ruin it by telling you that Doomsday shows up and that you know, you know what I mean?
Let's see something real quick here.
Yeah, they could have left out that shot of Wonder Woman in her full costume, right?
Maybe it was somewhere around here. Well, maybe I went too far, not far enough. Oop.
Me-
Oh, there it was. God damn it.
Hit.
Mother cock
You have to
sucking
slow
son
it
of a
down.
fucking whore bitch ass motherfucker. There, motherfucker. This is torture. There we go.
All right.
I thought they had edited away the Omega symbol, but they did not.
So, what the hell do we have going on here?
This is Apocalypse having taken over Earth completely.
It wiped out all life.
Everything except slave labor, probably.
So the whole world's been completely destroyed.
Yeah, and Superman is the crony now. I don't know. We'll never know because you said they're rebooting these motherfuckers
Right. Well, the idea is that the Flash is actually going to be resetting the universe, right?
somehow. Yes, he's gonna flashpoint, and that's gonna be how we get the new continuity.
Right. So, um, well, okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Batman versus Superman sucks real bad. It sucked real bad, and they knew that it sucked real bad, and uh, they released it trimmed down to about 2 hours long.
Yep, when it was about a 3 hour long movie.
Yeah, and the studio was like, I don't think so, right? So basically,
Hmm.
here's what happened. Zack Snyder didn't give a fuck about. He didn't. By his own admission, he was in some kind of live stream where he showed a bunch of stuff, including a longer version of the Watchmen. He went back to the Watchmen, and
I've seen that longer version.
he said he didn't even know people cut it down. He just let them do because he didn't have the in his contract. He didn't have final cut. The studio could do whatever they want to. Right. It's not his property anyway. Blah, blah, blah. So the studio had final cut. They just trim it any way they wanted to. Right. And so he didn't even know how much they had cut out of the Watchmen. Like, oh, I didn't even know they cut that much out. Because he didn't really care. He wasn't paying attention. You know, he gave it to the studio. I'm done, and then all I care about is I'm gonna watch the movie develop, and when it comes out, right? It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. I'm done with the movie. What else can I do, right?
Hmm.
This movie was cut down. Yeah, the studio just cut it down to 2 hours, and the initial reviews were terrible. Then when the movie came out on video, the ultimate cut, right?
Right.
Restored. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means really though. How was the Batman versus Superman is better on video? But why? How? What ways? What were we talking?
Just a lot more stuff in it.
What way? The prison shanking stuff.
That few other things, a lot of other things actually, just explains the story better.
The weirder stuff is still in the movie, where Lex Luthor feeds a guy a piece of candy for some reason.
I forgot about that. I don't remember.
There's just a guy. He's asking him. He's like, well, this is how he convinces them to give him Zod's body.
Right.
And he's like, I should, if to do the right amount of research, I should have my hands on the body, and like puts the candy in the guy's mouth. And he's like, okay, and just what? Okay, okay, all right. It's just so much. It's just so much I dislike about this movie. I don't think the ultimate cut fixed it. It was just longer. It was just longer. You know. Oh god, it's so bad.
I liked the movie fine. I went and saw it. I went and saw it in theaters, the theatrical cut, saw it in 3D. The
Yeah,
Doomsday fight was great in 3D.
in 3D.
I
Yeah.
didn't hate what I saw. You can attest to this. Back when they first showed Doomsday, did I not say exactly what they were going to do with Doomsday?
Oh, absolutely.
I said, okay, so his power is that you kill him, he comes back, can't kill him that way anymore. Well, that doesn't work for a movie. That takes too long. So, what you're going to have to do is have him involved in real time. And over the course of the fight, he's going to look more and more like actual Doomsday. And I was right.
Sure,
I
you gotta
didn't
grow more spikes. And,
I did not call the kryptonite spear, but new ideas.
right.
Definitely didn't call the why did you say that name? That
No, I didn't call the ending of the fight because I figured a fight's going to be a draw. There is no end to the fight, right? But apparently, no, because in the fight, Batman would win. He almost did.
What if they like
He
beat
almost won that fight.
what
So
if they like beat each other completely exhausted and they're like on two opposite sides of a room and like they're breathing hard, they're all bloody, beat the fuck up, and I don't know.
I told
Superman,
you how I
Batman's like,
think it
what?
should have ended.
Why are you doing this? I'm trying to
I
save
told
my
you how it should have
mom.
ended. Wonder Woman should have broke up the fight,
Mm,
and then you don't change much except make Lois Wonder Woman. You know.
yeah, the Doomsday fight did get a little insane. Like
Well, the dude's
they did give him a bunch of extra powers. I mean, I don't know if Doomsday has mouth and eye beams. He might have at one point, but it didn't suck as bad as the Justice League.
in this version. He's not Zod exactly. He is a weird clone of Zod.
Doomzod.
Right. He's just
It's
a
Zod's body mutated.
mutant Zod
Yeah.
thing. That's what he is, and that's fine. He can be that. And I wish Wonder Woman had shown up to break up the fight between these two and be like, "Hey, there's a monster over there. We got to take care of, right?" And we would have connected these two things, instead of the way it went, which didn't make no sense. Which as soon as Batman has to rescue his mom, that doesn't make any sense. Superman could have done exactly what Batman did to rescue his mom, probably more effectively.
Well, they needed to give Batman a beat the shit out of everybody
Yeah, but
scene.
Batman, anything Batman could do, Superman could do better and faster.
Anything you
I
can
don't,
do, I can do
right.
better. I can do anything better than you.
It really would have been better. The movie I saw in my head for how this movie would have gone would have been better, which is that the two of it, like the trailer, just build up the fight. Don't even mention Wonder Woman or Doomsday, right? Have Wonder Woman break up the fight between the two instead of Lois. Like, why the fuck is? How did Lois get there? You know, she got there. Why? So then Wonder Woman breaks up the fight. And then the two of them go. All three of them go fight Doomsday. Right?
But then we got Justice League.
Oh, yeah. Which Justice League was actually, despite all the delays on this movie, Justice League was ready to go.
We got Justice League twice,
Right.
actually.
They rushed the production. They rushed everything about this movie. In fact, they fired the director. They fired Zack Snyder. Brought in Joss Whedon in
I thought he had to
the movie.
quit because like his daughter
Uh,
killed herself or something.
his daughter did kill herself, but and that's why he left the production. But he left the production in such a state that it was just going to finish itself off. The post production guys knew what they were going to do. Everything else was shot and ready to go. And as we've seen, so much of it was done. It was all done. It was done already. You know what I mean?
And then Joss Whedon said, nope.
Nope. Nope. We're going to reshoot a bunch of stuff. They shot a bunch of stuff, including the most infamous thing they reshot has to do with Ray Fisher here. Ray
Who?
Ray Fisher, the guy who played Cyborg.
Oh, what's that?
He specifically didn't say booyah.
Mm.
And he brought him back and told him, for additional reshoots, and they're like, you're just here to look up and say booyah.
He also added his cringy fucking Whedonisms, like a couple men sexist, men bad scenes, a fucking uh while also equally perving on Wonder Woman. That was weird.
Yeah. Now,
And
I have this image of the movie poster up on the live stream. It's like,
well, I have an image of the two next to each other comparing each other.
okay, I just, it says, you can't save the world, where they have all the logos, right?
Also, Batman is like the teamwork guy of the group, and I hated that. That's like the
So
opposite of
stupid. It
Batman.
really doesn't make sense.
Batman is usually, I mean, fair enough, you can always do a different interpretation, but it's so weird that Batman is the one that's like, we have to form a team. I totally don't want to do this on my own.
Look at this, you can see on the.
Oh, I can see it. They were
Okay.
going for the there's a comic book cover that looks just like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They look the the Alex Ross ones.
Yep.
The overhead lighting, very dramatic. But see, they put the Flash logo as the O, the Cyborg logo right there, the Superman, the Batman logo is the E on the. Wonder Woman, okay, and Aquaman. It's almost clever, except for the sideways Batman that makes the E. I'm like, that's a fucking stretch. That's a real stretch. What are we doing here? The Batman logo sideways is the E. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so. There's so many stupid ideas on top of themselves. So they have. Okay, so and remember in the promotion they didn't show any pictures of Superman, right?
Hmm.
But we knew Superman was coming back. We totally knew Superman was coming
Well, of
back. We were
course.
bringing back Superman.
They
Of
were
course
not
we
going
are.
to keep him dead very long now.
We knew he was going to come back, which also makes his death in the previous movie pointless. If you're just going to bring him back, what's the fucking point of that? What? So clearly he's coming back, and they chickened out and put him wearing blue. He's wearing blue. They just brought back his original colors, reshot. Remember them taking the mustache off of fucking. They took the mustache off of him, right?
I wish I didn't remember that, but yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he had a mustache because he was shooting a Mission Impossible movie.
No, no, no. It was a World War II movie or one movie.
Oh no, no, he was a Mission Impossible.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah,
for that movie that like was up for an Oscar. Can't remember what the fuck it was called.
oh, he might have some facial hair in that too. But what he was shooting at the time of this was, he is with the mustache. Look at that. He's very handsome with the mustache. I think he looks very good. In fact, that's what I want to see. Release the Snyder cut. I say, no, no, no. Release the mustache cut. I want to see the Whedon version with all those scenes, except, you know,
He would look a bit like Omni.
like
He would look a bit like Omni Man, but that's fine.
yeah, with the mustache. Because he did all the scenes as Superman with the mustache, right? Then they went back and he removed it, which is like that's hilarious. I want to see those scenes with him as Superman wearing a mustache. Why can't we have that? Because
No idea.
I won't allow it. That's what I want. I want to see the cut where he's got a mustache. But yeah, so fucking 4 years it took him to finally buckle, I'll say, and just go ahead and release the Snyder Cut. Or did the landscape change where releasing a Snyder Cut on streaming was a thing that it was just possible, right? Like it wasn't possible in 2019 or 2020, right? But it finally fell into place in 2021 that they could redo it or redo parts of it, because what they had.
LVX Rose. I didn't say he doesn't work with a team. I just said he prefers not to. Yes, he's definitely the one that gets everybody's ass out of trouble like 90% of the time because he's fucking Batman.
And he also paid for the satellite they all live in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love the Watchtower. The Watchtower is cool. I was kind of hoping they'd get the Watchtower, but they didn't.
Yeah. So a lot of this expense of the Snyder Cut was making um, the dude redoing the dude, Steppenwolf, to make him look like he was.
I'm looking at two side by side pictures. Oh, you're looking at it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he I don't know how I feel about that second look. It looks like Wicker.
I like the second look. It looks
I
alien.
like it
It looks
more.
deadly. Right.
I like it a hell of a lot more than that Skyrim character we have in the upper picture.
Yeah, and the suit is constantly moving, right? It morphs and then it like peels away when he's near uh, dark side, right? Or near dark side's presence, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the rest of the movie exactly, but I do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Steppenwolf is an improvement. The way he looks there, he looks better. And well, I know you have very mixed feelings about fucking how dark side is presented.
He kind of does shouldn't even be there with what they do with him
Yeah,
because they don't do anything with him. First thing we see him do is almost get killed by, I think, Hercules. Maybe it's Ares. He gets hit the same way Thanos did, axe to the upper torso area. And then we have this part right here where he's standing on the other side of a portal. The five are in front of him, but like he's dark side. He has the whole fucking might of apocalypse right behind him.
yeah,
I think he can handle it. I did like that they tossed in Granny Goodness right there, though.
yeah. She's just back there.
I'm also very, very confused what the anti-life equation in this movie is. Because in the comics, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a mathematical equation that proves that life is fucking pointless. In
Here is some
this,
kind of energy or something
yeah, here
full of anti-life.
it's some kind of massive glyph that he summons earlier in the movie, and then like they say he lost it, and he also lost the mother cubes. So somehow he lost track of where Earth is, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I fully admit I might be stupid and it was explained in detail, but I feel like there's just a few things that they still didn't get to explain in this movie.
Um, there's, and I absolutely believe that this is not what they had intended either, because the first image we got of Jason Momoa. Remember,
Oh man.
we got a picture of him with his tattoos and stuff,
Yep.
and it said "Unite the Seven"
Yep.
above him, and it's like, what are we talking about? What do you mean unite the seven?
Oh, that's right. There was gonna be more.
Well, right, because we get six, even with Superman back, it's six. So they were saying that, oh yeah, Green Lantern or Martian Manhunter was going to show up in the after credit scene. I'm like, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I think, yeah. Oh my god, this fucking guy. This I'm not buying it because what originally that was going to be Green Lantern. No, no, no. This is clumsily tacked on to the existing shit, right? Where was Green Lantern? It says unite the seven, right? So
There was a Green Lantern in
in the Snyder cut,
yes. I don't know which
in
one it is. I
Green
don't know if
Lantern.
it even is one,
Oh,
like one from the
oh, 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 oh,
comics.
look up Green Lantern actor. See what?
Actor.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's that thing people did where they altered the ending scene. But this is the Green Lantern we saw, and I don't know who this guy is. Yalan Gur. Okay, well,
Grr.
whoever Yalan Gur is, I guess I'm not that big of a nerd.
Yalin Gurda. Come on, man. You don't know
Yeah,
Yalin Gur?
I guess I don't.
Um,
Then we have this.
Yeah, and this Joker. Okay, now what if it? I hate the fucking Snyder cut. I mean the Suicide Squad Jared Leto Joker. This is different than the Suicide Squad Jared Leto Joker. Cause if you notice, you know,
Tattoos are gone.
no, yeah, it doesn't say damaged on his head. Doesn't There's no little J teardrop tattoo. So he's different.
And his mouth is all bloody now.
He does have like metal teeth, though, right?
Why did this happen, though?
I don't know.
What do you think this guy's use to everybody was? Because they
I
make it,
don't know.
the scene makes it out. Chat, what was the Joker going to be good for? Come on, figure out the mystery. You can do it. Let's figure this out. They make it out like Joker is absolutely essential to their plans. What could he possibly have been fucking needed for?
Supposedly, he needs him. You need me. And then he's like, all right. And so, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what they need him for. Why do they need the Joker?
You need me to save her.
Is that what he says?
I don't know. He says something about her. How she did suffer. And then Batman's like, and I will fucking kill you. I promised Harley Quinn I would kill you.
Which is really not much of a threat coming from Batman because you're like, Batman, we know you're not gonna kill him.
Yes, he will.
Gonna kill him.
This Batman kills all kinds of
He's
people.
not. He's not gonna kill him. Batman, stop. We know you're not gonna kill him. Come on.
You know what's really fun to do? Watch that scene from American Psycho where Jared Leto gets chopped up with an axe by Christian Bale and just pretend that that's Batman having done some multiverse shit himself, going back to kill this Joker before he became this Joker.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a second.
Same. Be right back.
Anyway. Yeah. So he's not the Joker from Suicide Squad, right? What? Where'd he go? What's going on? Oh my God! What happened? Did the stream go down? Oh no! Oh no! I think the stream went down. Oh no! Hello? Hello? Hey.
Do y'all know why you shouldn't snort coke off a hooker's ass? It's because it might lead to crack.
It's true. It's true.
That was our new guest host, the crushing vacuum of silence.
That's right. That is the what we're talking about. Oh hey,
Here's the thing though, it really isn't all that different. The performance is the same performance. It just looks different.
no, there's no performance. There's no performance.
There's totally a performance to this character.
I know, but he's not doing anything particular as the Joker. He's just.
I would say he's doing some very particular shit as this Joker.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
So what?
I don't hate this look nearly as much as I hate the fucking Suicide Squad.
No. This one's fine. We had
not even
gloves, some kind of
close.
straight jacket, and
I like the long hair. I like the way the makeup is done. I like that he doesn't have those stupid tattoos, but I still don't like the way he's being played.
No. I want you to bring up an image of of Suicide Squad Joker, right? What did we change about him? Suicide Squad Joker was stupid. He's got short hair. He does have kind of long hair. It's not. It's green. He's but this other Joker though. He's just. It's just stupid.
His makeup, his lipstick and shit is on too perfect. It's all smeared and wrong and fucked up, looking like a clown. He doesn't
Right.
look like a clown. He looks like a guy who wears makeup.
Yeah. It's all too nicely done. Now, but that's what we got with the other Joker though. The Snyder cut Joker. Snyder cut Joker is just. Oh yeah, that's how I think he was supposed to be. There you go, right there with the eyebrows, with the crazy
He
eyebrows.
was gonna have ha 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 eyebrows
Ha
and
ha
different
ha ha
teeth.
eyebrows, right?
Different teeth. His teeth are straight up made of metal.
Fully made of metal, and his eyebrows are ha ha.
This is a concept art, right? Or a
No,
concept picture.
no, they did him up in this makeup. They did him up like that, and you can see. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, you go. There's more pictures they made.
Because the teeth don't look the same. Let me see if this is a good one. Yeah, see on the final look, you can see his teeth are just broken and they're kind of held together with metal.
Yeah,
Like everybody thought this was a grill. It's not a grill. His teeth are, I think they actually said recently in some interview, like, yeah, Batman punched his fucking teeth out. So they sort of repaired them, but it's the Joker, so they didn't spend much money.
right, and that's the damage that he's got. That well,
Oh, that's what you're right. That's what damaged is supposed to mean. That's right. That's so dumb.
right, and he's and all these tattoos he has are used. Like he puts his hand in front of his face, and he's got a smile on his arm he can put in front of his face.
I don't hate this as an idea, but it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
It doesn't get the effect he's really kind of going for here. I also pretty sure this isn't how this scene was lit, was it?
It's been much brightened, a lot brightened. Just
And I remember this
the
scene
effects,
being
but
like particularly acid trippy.
yeah, and they did do a lot of that.
I don't know. I really I really wanted to like this movie. I did. I was willing to give this guy a chance. But then I saw the movie and okay, the biggest problem is that the way he delivers lines really often reminds me of Jim Carrey for some reason. He goes into this weird way of speaking that is very much like how Jim Carrey would comedically deliver a line.
Well, it's not like he can really. He's, I don't know why we thought Jared Leto would make a good Joker. I don't really don't. I really don't know
You
why.
want to know how much this character fucking sucks? This is a Superman video.
Right. I don't brother
And we got
Jared
completely
Leto.
distracted by the fact that Jared Leto sucks like a fucking black hole.
Yep, it just sucks it all in.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And also this dumb shit and just
God,
that's right. It's because we were talking about Justice or Snyder Cut.
Justice League. Because that's the last that you can't even call that a Superman movie, can you? Is it a Superman movie? It's a Superman.
Yes, absolutely. Superman is fucking core to this story.
But Superman showing up in the original theatrical version, he shows up red and blue costume.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
shows up.
there's that great part where he's wandering through the Fortress of Solitude and like Dora Explorer, looks right at the camera, is like, which one should I pick? The
Well,
black one. Okay. And despite the fact that he's got a hallway full of what look like Kryptonian battle suits, he picks this because this is the one the fans want to see. And then at the end of the movie, when the crescendo is happening, he's still wearing this fucking outfit for some reason.
right. It's his new outfit, and
I mean, I
it's
do.
under his shirt. He does a scene where he opens his
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm talking about. Yeah.
yeah.
And I do like the black and white Superman costume, but it shouldn't be his regular costume. It's basically a funeral garb.
Hmm. Well, I mean, he's yeah. So it doesn't change much substantially with the Snyder cut when he shows up. Okay, he
No, not really.
he
Well,
wakes
I
up.
he doesn't have that stupid show off like dick measuring contest with Flash.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
They kind of punch at each other. No. Okay. I'm saying when he's first awoken,
Oh, I thought,
that fight
yeah,
is pretty much the same.
yeah. I thought
Yeah,
you meant when
I
she was
thought it
like,
was different. It was like, oh,
I
is it
thought you
different?
meant,
I'm like,
I thought,
no, that's all the same. Same
I
thing.
thought you meant when he first shows up to fight Steppenwolf. He and Flash like go save civilians in the.
Oh no, they did change a lot of that. All that, right? All that is much crazier, much better. Flash now has an essential part of the story. He's not just fucking around with a truck. It's like, yeah, Superman saves a whole, and Cyborg's got more story in the Snyder cut.
He has a story.
He has a lot of story.
He doesn't even have a story in the fucking theatrical cut, does he?
No, not really. He's just his arc in the movie that we got in the theater. Or when I say in the movie, I mean the movie. When I say the Snyder cut, you know what I mean. Okay, so in the movie, he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to do it, and then Wonder Woman says, "Come on, do it," and then he does do it. Right?
Now, I
He
remember.
rescues his dad, but that doesn't seem to really impact much. He just rescues his dad because he's one of several people that they rescue on this little failed interaction with fucking Steppenwolf, where they have to run away and Aquaman saves him, right? Which that all goes about the same in the other version too. They still go to this place and they don't accomplish anything, and then Steppenwolf floods the place and Aquaman has to save them all, right?
I have heard you be very, very, very critical of this design, though.
Yeah, and I think I know why. I think this is a last minute kind of change, and digitally, there's a certain look for part of it that looks like what Steppenwolf looked like, right? Which is really detailed parts, but then there's these other parts that look slapped on, and a shitty fucking half a head that looks a little more like Cyborg. Imagine him looking more of the scrappy kind of insectoid metal across his whole head, not looking like Cyborg from the comics.
Well, I mean, he's made from the same technology that Steppenwolf would use. He's made
Right,
of fucking apocalypse technology.
right. And his arm like transforms into stuff, and I imagine that was also going on in his head. Because what they have is something that just looks lifeless. It doesn't move at all. It doesn't do anything at all.
There is a
Ha-
sequence with him I love in the Snyder Cut where they show his basically like the inside of his mind, his like
yes, that's
mental
great.
palace he can go to. That was so fucking cool.
Yep, yep. And we see there were some toys, and there was a shot that we see of him where he does have the ability to make a mask that goes around his whole head, right? That this stuff is designed to protect him
Hmm.
automatically, like a trigger whenever he feels threatened. But yeah, the extra stuff with him in the Snyder cut is absolutely great, and it was all cut out of the movie, possibly to save some time, you know. Yeah, it's the same kind of technology. See the way it moves away from his head in the one shot. It's like kind of. You know. Oh, that's the anti-life.
Yes, this is apparently the anti-life equation
Well, it's
that
anti-life. It's not
that
motion. It's
but
stuff.
Doomsday or Darkseid carves it into the earth and then says that it's lost.
It's um. It's. Steppenwolf finds it glowing on the ground. He's like, oh.
I'm pretty sure they call it the anti-life equation. I might be wrong.
I thought that they just referred to it as stuff. Like it's the unobtainium. It's full of anti-life. Like it's
I
the unobtainium you could ever want. You know.
I'll you know what? I'll take your word for it because I don't want to watch this 4 hour fucker ever.
It, it's it's really long. The
I still don't
oh,
get how
Snyder cut is
even if it's how you say though, why he used it and then he almost died because the first thing we see Darkseid do is almost die. It's so disappointing because he's like, I don't know if he's the worst threat in DC, but he's definitely in like the top five probably.
well in the storyline when he faces the gods, he's not Darkseid yet. He's
Drax.
right, and he's defeated by well, he's fighting Zeus and Poseidon and fucking and then like Hades cuts him in the shoulder with an axe.
Oh, it was Hades.
Yeah, he's like these are like the gods, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the guy shooting lightning bolts, it's like Zeus.
See, I was trying real hard to recognize who was who right there, but I don't even I don't know everything about DC, god damn it. I don't know what these characters look like in DC. I didn't
Right,
even know there was a Hercules in DC or a fucking Hades for that matter.
right. Hercules is, but this is before all that, apparently, because Poseidon and all them are still on Earth, still fucking around.
Oh god, Brian Babin brought up something I totally fucking forgot about. The scene at the opening with Wonder Woman and the terrorists in the building where she fucking obliterates half the goddamn load bearing wall.
Yep, yep.
Hey kid, look away for a second. Boom.
But you know what? That movie, if you watch the scene from the Justice League, the Snyder cut, and the scene from the Joss Whedon back to back, like watch the Snyder cut first and be like, ah, that's all right, and then watch how Joss Whedon re-edited it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how bad it is. How he took like the whatever the scene is not great. It's stupid. Yeah,
Joss
yeah.
Whedon.
She could have easily taken these guys out without that much collateral damage, right? She could have easily taken care of the situation, but it's the way they re-edited it. It's just retarded.
The shit, forgot what I was gonna say.
Because
Oh,
uh,
the reshoots Whedon did should have been the canary in the coal mine for Ezra Miller because he did a shot where he wanted Ezra Miller to climb on top of Gal Gadot, and she was like, "No,
mm,
no, 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 no. We're not. I'm not letting this creepy little weirdo crawl on top of me. No, no, no." So they had to
oh,
do a shot where it's a body double facing away from the camera.
you see the padding on the ground there though.
Mm-hmm.
I see an omega symbol in
Mm, you're right. I never noticed that.
it. I just was noticing it. I was just kind of looking right through it, and I was like, oh,
Hmm.
uh,
No shit.
yeah, an omega symbol. Mm.
And the Wicker Man.
Wicker metal, right? He's like woven out of metal, which is pretty cool. I gotta say, it's pretty cool.
It looked like I said, the other one looks like a fucking Skyrim character. Anything's an improvement.
Yeah, this it's a benefit. This guy doesn't look like something you've already seen in a video game. Too much.
I still don't know if it was the wisest choice to go with Steppenwolf because I had to think for a bit who Steppenwolf even
Mm.
was.
Let's see Steppenwolf in the comics. Look up Steppenwolf DC comics. See how he's usually represented, because we'll see several different versions. Really?
Yeah.
We got a guy in red who's got spikes on his shoulders. Pretty cool. We got a guy in green.
Oh, there we go. That's a
That
little better.
that looks a little like what we're talking about. He's got the horns, right? Yeah. But that's a recent development. Looks like in like the most recent version, he looks a little like that. He's got a big axe. That is the thing. He's got the only thing is he's got an axe. Look, he's all these different versions. Granny goodness.
Should have got more of her, damn it.
Mm-mm.
This is Darkseid's big mean mama like general.
What is? How about the? What's the other character that's in his universe? His other cohort. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Kalak.
Chalak.
Is that his name? He's like Darkseid's son. I think it's Kalak. I think it's Darkseid's son.
Song. His
Son.
song.
Son. His son. Yeah, I corrected it. It was looking for the son.
Orion.
Orion is his son.
Calabac.
Calabac. It could have just been Calabac. Who cares?
Yeah. Big monkey
Look,
man.
Calabac looks like that. He looks like a fucking yeti. He doesn't have to look. The guy doesn't even really look like what. And it sounds cooler. Calabac sounds cooler than Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf.
But I want to go on a ride on a magic carpet ride.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Steppenwolf's a good name for a band. It doesn't make any sense as an alien. Calabac. Is that a word? I don't know. It's a word that sounds kind of, I don't know, something. It sounds like fucking Steppenwolf. What?
We didn't really get to see Apocalypse either.
No.
Oh, there was Apocalypse. There we go.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a big cathedral. It's a big cathedral.
Yeah. Bunch of parademons. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. What a big disappointment. I mean, but the fact is, we didn't get all the stuff we were supposed to get because so according to Zack Snyder, which we could find some footage of Zack Snyder saying specifically stuff, but let me just tell you what he said. He said that he actually had a 5-film arc going on. So if we think about where we're at with these, right? We got we got 3 films.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't going to be Justice League. It was going to be Justice League and 2 more movies, 2 additional films. So whatever we saw in the desert, or there's going to be 2 more movies. It was like a trilogy starting with Justice League. So it was like Man of Steel and Dawn of Justice were just setting up the Justice League trilogy, which
Right.
it just sounds exhausting. It sounds exhausting. There's so much more they were going to do. There's so many more directions they were going to take it. According to Zack Snyder, it was. And the fact is, Warner Brothers didn't want to get started on that. They saw how things were coming back from Batman versus Superman, and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be bad. We've done this before, like with the Matrix. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
Matrix. We don't want to do that again, right?" So, and as we've seen since then, they are more than willing to pull the plug on any of these Warner Brothers properties when they're like, "Okay, we're digging ourselves into a hole here, right?" So they pulled the plug on they were ready to pull the plug on this, right?
And speaking of the
So
I was
close.
gonna say, speaking of digging themselves into a hole, what's on screen right now? This
And,
is
and
how
the
it all
Batman
gets
and the
reset.
Batgirl just went up in fucking smoke. Batgirl, and this could still go up in smoke, depending how things go over the next year or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what's going to happen here? But I mean, it already looks ridiculously complicated because here we have Ezra Miller. standing in front of Ezra Miller, standing next to a
A
female Superman,
new version of Supergirl we haven't seen.
a Supergirl, which everyone's going to be like, oh, it's woke because she's not a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Supergirl.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to hearing about all the bitching about wokeness when this gets closer.
Yeah, and then the plot is going to involve some time travel, right? It's going to, or not just time travel. He's probably going to be trying to correct something in a timeline, but also because I look at what Flashpoint is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this also says things in parallel timelines, right? Where things are no, they're completely different, right?
Yeah.
Because we have Ben Affleck Batman who's going to be in this movie, but then we're also going to get what we're going to get Michael Keaton in it. Michael Keaton's going to show up, and we're going to have the Ben Affleck Batman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to jump from one timeline. So it would come. It would seem logical to me that if he was going to change something in the one world with Michael Keaton in it, that wouldn't have any impact on what was going on in the Ben Affleck world, right?
Right.
So it's not like time traveling like Days of Future Past. We're completely different stuff here, right? What's going on? What?
It's superheroes, it's DC, and it's the Flash. They can do it however the hell they want.
I think we're going to just see a mess of fucking references and stuff, like the Spider-Man movie, which was very successful doing that, right? Um, Did you see Spider-Man? What's the last one? Fuck.
I haven't seen the last two.
Is it No Way Home? What we got? They all have home in it. The first one's Homecoming, then
Far From Home,
Far
and
From
then
Home,
No
and
Way
No
Home.
Way Home. Okay, so No Way Home is the one where Tobey Maguire shows up and Andrew Garfield shows up, but we also get all these villains. Jamie Foxx, fucking uh, Doctor Octopus shows up. We get the fucking. Do we get any of the villains? Any of the villains from the Amazing Spider-Man?
Electro.
Oh, right. Yeah, Jamie Foxx is from the Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, okay. All right. I just said that one. Because he's not the same character. He's not. He's
Not
like
really,
Jamie
no.
Foxx wearing like
Yeah.
a more of a suit with wires and stuff.
Yep.
Like I don't know, fucking a suit.
They didn't make him all Dr. Manhattan looking anymore.
No, but when he shoots off his lightning, they actually shoot off the top of his head like the guy does in the costume. You know what I mean?
Ah.
So it actually the lightning appears on his body in places that look like the guy from the comics, which is very cool. Very cool. But it's also the Sandman shows up from Spider-Man 3. It's like,
Hmm.
but they really do work those memes because at one point Willem Dafoe says, like, you're like, what's the line with you? Like, I'm something of a scientist myself. He said,
Yeah.
and then there's another part where they're getting ready to battle, right? And Toby Maguire's leaning back and he's like, "What's the matter?" And he's like, "My back." Like, and stuff like that throughout the movie. It's just constant and it's hilarious and it's great.
But is it woke?
It's not woke. They
I
don't throw any woke things in there. We got the original. It's three white guys come back as Spider-Man. In fact, if they had thrown in like a little black kid too, might have been funny. They're like, "Who are you?" And they're like, "I'm Spider-Man." And they're like,
am Miles
like
Morales.
Miles Morales. You're like, "Oh, okay, maybe." But that we're also getting that too because you saw the Spider Verse, right?
No.
You didn't see the Spider Verse. The
No.
Spider Verse throws in there's multiple Spider Mans there. One of which is played by Nicolas Cage.
Really?
Yes,
That sounds
and,
fun.
and the parody Spider Man, Peter Porker,
Huh.
Spider Pig shows up. Spider Pig shows up. and an anime Spider-Man robot, right? And something that isn't exactly Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but he's we believe he's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man only because we get a quick reference to his universe and we see him kissing a girl upside down.
Mm,
So, okay, that must be Tobey Maguire. But otherwise, he just seems like comic book Spider-Man as we know him, right?
right.
I would say he's not Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. He's comic book Spider-Man or whatever.
Well, this right here is the future, and who knows what the fucking future holds.
Oh, the future holds multiverse crossovers where we're gonna get a Fantastic Four that crosses over with the Josh Trank Fantastic Four that nobody saw. The Fan Four stick will show up, and people will be like, "What?"
I meant for Superman.
No, but seriously, Superman's done the same thing. Brandon Routh. Okay, look up Brandon Routh Super Girl.
I've seen it. Yeah,
Yes.
he
So
shows up
Brandon
as
Routh actually came back to play Superman again.
like Golden Age Superman too. He's got the
Right.
sideburns. He's got the like gray sideburns and the fucking
Yeah,
black
bring up
S.
an image of that. Brandon Routh, Superman on Supergirl. Let's bring up an image of that because Superman is right now still alive and well on TV. Although the new Superman is trying to distance itself as much as it can. There he is. There's the two guys next to each other. Bring up that image. That one's nice. Leave Flash out of here. Get Flash out of here. Just the two of the guys. Ah, yeah, the two of the guys. Those that is the Superman who is currently on television now on a show called Superman and Lois. Which
Mm-hmm.
apparently people who like Superman like it a lot. They're like, this is a good show. We like it.
I've heard good things. Yes.
And the and it's going to continue, I guess. And here he is coming back to do it again, and now people like him a little bit more. It seems like if you sucked when you first came out, you can come back and people will be like, you know what, you're kind of all right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It can be done. And you like you say he's classic Superman because of the black on his Superman logo.
And the gray in his hair and the color scheme, just everything.
Well, I'm also kind of seeing that as like the Kingdom Come Superman,
Oh, you're right. It is.
but he's kind of a combination of that. I don't think Kingdom Come was it yellow behind it or was it black?
It was that
It was
exact
black. It
symbol.
was black. Okay,
It
all
was
right.
that exact
Okay,
symbol.
so he is the older Superman, right? And this big crossover they had, right,
Yeah.
with this universe and the other universe. But then they also had Smallville guy show up, right?
Hmm.
And basically some time traveler shows up in like this guy's um, Smallville soup. There he is. See, there he is. He's just he in this universe never became Superman. He just never did. So there's these time travelers show up in his like yard or something at his farm, and he's like, "Get the hell out of here!" And they're like, "Well, yeah, but don't you know this is?" And he's like, "Fuck off!" Like and he never became Superman. Smallville Superman never.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Isn't it? Here you go. I think they deserve that. I think the Smallville fans, that's what you deserve. He never became Superman. He just sat on the
Ouch.
fucking farm. And everybody came to him, apparently. As much sense as that makes. Doomsday showed up in Smallville. Brainiac showed up in Smallville.
Yeah, I know. He fought every threat he would ever. He fucking Mick just spit like even showed up.
Wonder Twins showed up in Smallville for what?
Right.
Why the fuck is this so stupid? Fuck Smallville. Fuck Smallville and all the Smallville fans. Yeah, they are fist bumping each other. They were the first guys to fist bump. They really were. Putting their fists together, one to twin.
Wonder twin powers
Yeah,
activate.
they were the first fist bumpers. So they were definitely trendsetters as far as the fist bumping goes. But yeah,
Yeah.
the reinvention of them is like high schoolers. How long was Clark Kent is some kind of retard that he was in high school for more than 4 years? Because this show was on the air for more than 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. How many seasons was Smallville on
I think he graduated though, didn't he?
I
I
wonder
don't
if
know. I
he
didn't
just hung
watch the
out in a small town for a little while. Did he go to community college for a little bit? 10 seasons. Jesus Christ! Why? Wait. How? Why did it take so fucking long for him to be so? From high school, it was like 10 years until he eventually became Superman. For real? Oh yeah. What did Mixelplix look like on this show?
just some kid.
He was just some kid.
I
I'm
like
saying
that one.
on the Superboy show.
Yeah.
Which Superboy actually has. Oh, dude, Superboy Lex Luthor. You got to see the shot. You got to see this. Oh my God, Superboy Lex Luthor, dude, dude. It's one of those things. Like, have you seen the Quantum Leap retard?
Oh
No,
no. Oh
Quantum
my
Leap
God.
retard. Oh my God. So
This guy?
I don't know. There's a clip on YouTube. Look up Superboy Lex Luthor. Oh my God. I'll try and find it real quick for you. It's not
Oops.
Spoony. Spoony. No. No.
I don't know, man.
Hold on.
Is this it? Pumps up
No,
volume.
no. Lex Luthor. He's bald. Discovers he's bald. Yes, that's it. He discovers he's bald. Yeah, that's
I
all.
mean, that's how I would react if I woke up and I was bald suddenly.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the classic fucking clips. Now look up Quantum Leap retard. Retarded. Quantum Leap retarded. Quantum Leap retarded. The second, I'm retarded? Now you know how this show works, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm retarded?
Oh my God.
Uh, there are
Uh,
other memes on it. If you scroll down, they've done remixes on it, in H. Do they add music, other music to it in HD? I don't know why is it in HD?
oh, fuck, man.
No memes. Where's the meme? With the Guts? Is it the Guts theme? The theme from TV's Guts, right? You know Guts from Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they use the Guile theme, maybe, too.
Oh my God.
Oh, right. He became a Ku Klux Klan member in an episode.
Lovely.
Or he's black. No, maybe he's black.
I think he's black.
Yeah, and
Or no, he's someone else.
uh, well, I mean, he is black. Even if he looked normal, he's still, he would pure black to everybody else.
Fucking quantum.
Finally. So there's a new Quantum Leap coming out. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Nope.
Yeah, it looks really stupid.
Mm.
Everybody's upset once again because it's woke.
Oh, that wokeness, man. It's just so terrible. What's woke about it?
Well, the main character is an Asian guy now,
No, no.
rather than just a white guy. And then there's like his friend, who's like the hologram that helps him out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a chick.
Oh, no.
I know, right? It's a chick who's like a hologram chick. What? Holograms should just be guys,
Right.
right?
Or naked, like the one from Halo.
Yeah, I like that. The like on Quantum Leap, he would show up and he'd be like he had like a weird computer thing, a little handheld computer thing. It was like futuristic, so it was like made of clear plastic, right?
Hmm.
And he would like poke at it and be like, he referred to the computer as as like a sentient thing that was theorizing on what you could do next. He called it like Ziggy or Iggy or something, right?
Oh, speaking of the wokeness ruining everything, we haven't talked about the biggest news in the world that a mermaid's black.
Oh, right, the mermaids, black,
Black.
black.
The fictional species of fish people, they're white, don't they? Have to be.
Yeah, but have you heard about the biggest story on top of that?
What?
Is that somebody got banned off of Twitter for making her white?
Ooh,
Yeah.
why did they do that?
Why'd they make her white?
Yeah.
It's not racist. That's what everyone's saying. They made her white, but
Well, see, here's the problem with the whole situation is that there's no way in fucking hell I'm gonna go see the Little Mermaid movie, but I keep getting harangued with this story on social media like they want me to care real bad, and I fucking don't. If Ursula had been played by a great big fat ugly fucking drag queen, then I might have seen it. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck. I guess Elliot Page is Sebastian. Didn't we find that out
is
earlier?
that right? I don't know. That sounds like a joke considering what's currently going on, right?
I mean, it could be
That
true.
I guess so. But so here's what it says. Somebody tweeted, and the credits to our memer, artificial intelligence scientist. He fixed the Little Mermaid and turned the woke actor into a ginger white girl. He says he can do fix the whole movie when it comes out with 4XA 6000 in 24 hours. It's over for woke cells, right? So they're combining the word incel with woke. So it's a woke cell.
I don't know what a woke cell is.
Like I say, woke cell. They're trying to invert the word incel to be a woke cell. So
Hmm.
it would be. It doesn't make any sense though. It doesn't make any sense though. What's a woke cell?
I don't know.
What's a woke cell?
What's a woke cell? Yeah,
What the
this feels like
What the fell is a woke?
this feels like that stupid fucking awake not woke thing again.
Yeah, wait, awake but not woke. Woke cells. You see this thing though. You see the image in the yeah. There's the image, and so they say now the problem is in the language they say they fixed it. That's the problem here. Is they say right
They
they
fixed
fixed
it.
it. They
Yes.
fixed it. It's been fixed.
Fucking awake not.
Right. That's the problem. Is it's been fixed. And then they're saying that when the movie comes out, they can fix the whole thing by putting it through an AI thing and fix it. Is what they're saying. Which I'm sure you can. In fact, you probably can take the whole movie, put it into a processor. You know,
What an awful thing to say to that actress.
right?
You need to
Oh.
be fixed.
Mm-hmm. 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 But we don't look at things through the point of view of black people, right? That's not what we do. We don't look at the thing. Actually, we don't look at things through the point of view of other people at all. Right? We're certainly not going to be nice to other people just for no reason. Why are we going to be nice to people for no reason? Just because, right? Just because? No, we're not going to be nice to people just for no reason. It has to be like
Apparently, a woke cell is a chromosome missing from a woke person, and woke politics support pedophiles now, apparently.
Ah, good.
Okay. Yeah, I see. I see.
Woke politics supports pedophiles now. Well,
Hmm.
the that's the accusation, but it's more projection because who's been protecting more pedophiles than? I mean, they say there's some kind of cabal, some kind of organization secretly housing pedophiles. You mean like a privately owned organization like the Boy Scouts of America, or the Catholic Church, or one of those more those woke institutions?
Oh man, yeah, them Catholics are known for being woke. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that narrative that comes through that the Catholics are. The Protestants like to say that the Catholics are corrupt. Well, they've been corrupt since fucking Martin Luther fucking nailed that anti-Semitic bullshit to the church door.
that's 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 an amusing way to put it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Catholic Church is too woke. It's been woke for a long time.
Oh, there's video proof that they woke politics supports
We got the
pedophiles.
documents.
Documents to prove it.
Yeah. Hunter Biden laptop.
Oh yeah, yeah. Smoking crack with
The
some
laptop.
scaggy hookers.
No doubt, the picture up top is pretty hot. But I think they put some that looks almost like a really hot porn star. Okay, like they put that through a filter and made combined it with that's not like that's who is that? She's hot. I mean, it's like she's it's really hot chick on the top. No, right? No doubt.
Yeah, I guess. Got kind of a Scarlett Johansson thing going
I
on.
like that. I like the Scarlett Johansson. It may be Scarlett Johansson. Maybe exactly her. She's ginger. Sure, right on. I can dig it. Sure, but those sexy shoulders are are her shoulders, and she's. We haven't seen nothing of this thing. We got one little clip of her, and they were already doing this. Come on, it's one little tiny little clip, little teasing. So, were you saying that Ursula should be a drag queen?
Yeah, because she was based on Divine in the first place.
Hell yeah, she was. She's based on, and in general, a lot of the way she talked, the way she slinked around was very drag queen esque. Her song was the ba da 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 da, and that's very drag queen like. But you know, real tits, giant tits. I mean, a woman can be a drag queen too. There is something to be said for her just being a real big woman.
Hmm.
You know, and she's an attractive big woman, and there's no reason she couldn't be a just a big woman, but have all the trappings of a drag queen, right? Of course, the attitude and the fact that we all know drag queens are evil. I'm not I'm not they are some of the most evil people. Oh my god, they are so fucking evil. But hey, they have the right to do whatever they want to. It's America. But let's face it. You if you've known some drag queens, they're pretty evil.
They are certainly a an experience to hang out with.
Fuck right. You want to be friendly with the drag queens because they are sinister. You don't want to be on the bad end of a drag queen.
Yeah, they'll get you. They'll gang up on you
Fuck
and beat
right.
you with heels.
Remember that bit where she said the shiver of where fucking RuPaul sent the fear of God into fucking Jimmy Fallon. Have you seen this clip?
I have not, but I
Oh
need
my
to.
god. Yes. So RuPaul is on the show, right?
Hmm.
She is okay. She's dressed as a man. I'm a man. I'm a man tonight. Okay. All right. RuPaul. Hey, I'm RuPaul, dude. But RuPaul as a dude is so gay.
Mhm.
So anyway, and I think he's promoting a book, right? And so he pulls out the book and he's like, "Here you go." And you're the most famous drag queen in the world, right? And he's like, "Drag queen, drag queen," and the look on Jimmy Fallon's face is like, "What did I do? Like, what did I do?" Like, scared the hell out of him, right? Like he thought he did something. Just yeah, just scared the hell out of him. Like, he acted offended that he called him a drag queen.
That's funnier than fuck.
Yeah, hilarious.
I kind of want to send RuPaul a cake for that.
You see the fear went up and down his spine. He's just like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do? What did I do? I can't work in the private sector." Like, like
But yes, woke
uh,
politics are totally going to ruin this remake of yet another Disney animated movie that we're all going to forget about a month after it comes out. Just like
I
the last, I don't even know how many have there been.
oh, are these forgettable fucking Disney fucking movies? Two.
Yeah,
I mean, who gives a fuck about the Beauty and the Beast? Did you guys see the Beauty and the Beast thing? Anybody in the chat see
I
Beauty and
forgot
the
that
Beast?
one even happened.
Yeah, you remember Aladdin
I
with
remember that. I
Will
didn't see
Smith.
it.
Will Smith is the genie. Oh, we're gonna replace. We're gonna place Robin Williams with Will Smith.
Lion King. Wasn't there a Dumbo?
Eh, he ain't never had a friend. Never had a friend. Ha 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 ha.
Fuck. Wasn't there a Dumbo movie?
There was a Dumbo movie. Now, this is how people are responding to shit. So what happens? Dumbo movie's different because Tim Burton's directing it, right? They go, we gotta get Tim Burton. We got Tim Burton. So they get Tim Burton, but Tim Burton makes the movie different. So, or we're just going to go in a different direction. It's not going to be the same movie, right? If you see the trailer, things go differently. Dumbo meets some kids. These kids are like, their dad works at the circus, and there's some bunch of other stuff going on. That's not Dumbo, right? And it fails. So what's that prove? What it proves is Lion King was a huge hit. And what did that do? It just by the numbers, it did exactly the same thing the movie did. That it,
Yep.
Dumbo changed it up, and it failed. So everything out the door now, it's going to be just like the other thing. We're not going to change it much, like at all, right? Beauty and the Beast, very similar to the movie. The Aladdin, very similar to the movie. And so Little Mermaid, they're not going to change much. It's just going to be Little Mermaid.
How did we get here? We were talking about Superman. How did we get here? That's how bad the
Uh,
Snyder cut is.
we just don't want to talk about the last Superman movie. It's
No,
just us
I'm just
offhand
saying
wanting to
that's
discuss
how crappy it
his
is. That
mustache.
it,
Uh,
it drives you to talk about Disney flicks that you aren't even gonna see.
well, that's the big news right now. That's the big news. Everybody upset about the Little Mermaid.
Black Mermaid. Yeah. Oh
Little
no,
Mermaid's
she's
black.
black. Oh no.
But see, this news has been having this impact for a while. You can go back. There is a video. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm gonna show you a video I posted. I made about the Black Mermaid back when my channel still existed. So that was like before 2020.
You talked to me before you made this video. I fucking helped you come up with this goddamn idea because we both said they're gonna really lose their shit when the trailer drops.
Right, right, right,
Because not everybody reads the news, not everybody saw, yeah, Ariel's gonna be black, but now a trailer dropped
right,
and everyone's losing their fucking minds.
right. So everybody freaked out when the news dropped. Right. Then everybody it's various stages. You know, like I said, various stages. When I said the first pictures come out, right? Because that's how things happen now, is that they come out in stages, right? we get like with the next Star Wars movie. Which, hey, when is that going to happen? We are right now in a situation where we might not get a Star Wars movie for a second, or a minute, or maybe
That's
for a
fine by
while.
me. I'm a bit burnt out on Star
Yeah,
Wars.
everyone is, and that's why
I
it's
need a
gonna be a
break.
while till we get another Star Wars movie. So year years ago at this point, right?
Yeah.
This is when the news first broke.
Entertainment giant Disney has announced that its remake of the children's classic, The Little Mermaid, will star black actress Halle Bailey in the lead role, and that has sparked debate.
They did what now? Disney has found the new Ariel. Halle Bailey is one half of the Grammy-nominated sister duo Chloe and Halle, so she's on the left there. She'll be taking on the iconic role in the live-action version of The Little Mermaid. She tweeted an animated version of herself as the character and wrote, "Dream come true."
Wait a minute, what? The Little Mermaid is black now? Wow. As a black guy, I can definitely say that this is a step in the right direction. The direction of the fucking trash can.
Triggered.
This is being met with a ton of praise from celebs, including Chrissy Teigen, Kerry Washington, Gigi Hadid, and Miguel. They're very similarly named.
See here.
Barry misread that.
See, here's the thing.
This is before the pandemic.
Here's the thing.
This is years ago.
I'm not on the side of these people who are praising the shit out of this either.
Nope.
I'm of the opinion that I don't give a fuck what race Ariel is.
Right, and I can't praise this. I don't know this actress.
She could have been a Southeastern Asian for all I give a fuck.
Right. In fact, that would probably make more sense if she was like a South Islander, like Momoa, right? You know that.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
The headline at first.
Sure.
And thought she had unknowingly been cast in the role, but then she tweeted, "In case you needed a reminder,
Halle Berry.
We bring race to the forefront and make it an issue when it really isn't an issue. I think it's a very dangerous precedent, and I think
dangerous.
I think it's really not about the inclusivity that your other guest discusses. I think it's really a leftist agenda to divide us.
I find this funny. Because a lot of people on one side, you have people angry that The Little Mermaid, who has always been historically portrayed as white, even though not based on a real person, is now being played by a black person. On the other side, you have people angry saying that it doesn't matter if she's black, you're being racist. Yes, you're automatically racist if you don't want The Little Mermaid to be played by a black person.
They were like, well, race has nothing to do.
I'm not saying you're racist. I'm saying you need to get fucking laid. Like, who gives a shit?
Well,
man?
I mean, the idea that it's baiting people into complaining about her not being white is
oh, it's part of the marketing. You market through controversy now.
Sure, maybe, but I seriously think we're going to see, since she's black, Triton is probably black, all of her sisters are probably black.
Ursula is being played by Melissa McCarthy.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
Are you sure?
I am 100% fucking positive. One of the other reasons I won't see this movie. I mean, if I was going to see the movie, that definitely would have changed my mind.
No.
With the character.
No. Oh my God, she is. Oh my God, she is. Why? Why?
Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, Melissa McCarthy is playing Ursula. Doesn't that suck?
And I don't see. No, she's not the voice. I mean, Elliot Page is not the voice of Sebastian.
Okay.
Okay, but
that would have been
Flounder and Scuttle. Aquafina, you know her. She's an upcoming Asian actress. She's voicing Scuttle. Oh my God, Scuttle's now being voiced by an Asian girl.
Who the fuck is Scuttle?
Who is the fuck is Scuttle? You don't remember Scuttle in The Little Mermaid? I'm
no.
Pissed. They turned Scuttle into an Asian female. Oh, I'm so pissed. Scuttle was originally voiced by Buddy Hackett. He was the fucking bird, man. The bird that she would ask about items she found at the bottom of the ocean, and he would claim they were things that he didn't know.
Oh, so they
The
just
reason she
so
thought
they
a fork
gender
was
they
to
gender
comb her hair.
so they
She
gender
embarrassed
swapped the
herself and
character
didn't.
too.
These are important story elements, man. You know what I'm saying? She combs her hair with the fork at the dinner table because she thinks it's a comb because fucking Scuttle told her it was a comb, right?
So they gender swapped and race changed the character. How dare they?
How dare they? Scuttle is supposed to be a shit talking white guy who acts like he knows what he's talking about when he really doesn't. Okay,
Instead of
he
an
should be a
Asian
white
girl
guy.
pretending that she knows what she's talking about.
Exactly.
Unless they take a different tact and she actually does know what she's talking about.
Now here they got a little kid.
I was like,
They got a little kid playing Flounder. That's ageist. They should have an older person.
They should have
Why does it have to
Harrison.
be a kid?
Why can't it be Harrison Ford?
Oh, and Prince Eric is a white guy.
Oh, is he? Oh, interracial, woke.
Woke, interracial, woke. Everyone should be black. All black or no black. Like did you hear anybody complain about the honeymooners that they did over with Cedric the Entertainer?
Yes.
You did hear people complain about that?
Yes.
I didn't hear anybody complain about that because it was just like, hey, everybody's black. It's just being turned into a black thing now. It's the same thing they did with the Nutty Professor. Nutty Professor is just now a black movie, right?
I heard people bitching specifically about the fact that it was, in fact, a bunch of black people instead of a bunch of white people. I know some very racist people.
Ain't it great?
No, it's really not. It's really uncomfortable in social settings and what have you.
Wow. And then you had some who were like, ooh, they mad, girl. They mad. They saw this as a win because they believed that some white people were mad at this. Oh, Lord.
What's funny about it? They are mad about it. Look at this guy.
Oh, no.
Look how mad he is. Watch how mad he is.
Oh,
Genuinely pissed.
is that who I think it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh, man. It's
And
been
he's probably
while.
the most. Yeah, this was years ago.
I know.
Relevant.
It's been a long time since I've heard his voice. I recognize
He's still making videos, but he's doing it on BitChute or one of those other
the
sites.
first words out of
We
his
haven't
mouth
seen
were white genocide, so I can't wait to hear this. All right, here we go.
Lord.
White genocide is complete. I am incensed. The Little Mermaid, this is a tweet, official from the Walt Disney Studio. The Little Mermaid is black. The Little Mermaid has just been blackwashed by this light-skinned sister. And for what reason? And I love how they don't mention it in the tweet. They just pass it off like it's normal. So
It's probably because she's a singer.
Yeah.
That's been my assumption.
Okay. That is absolutely right. The reason she's getting the role isn't really because of her looks at all. It's because she's a pop star. She's a singer, and that's the most important part of it is that she needs to sing these songs.
Yeah.
Also, I think they're going to do something
from,
with her dreads in the water that'll, you know what I mean?
I don't know. The effect of her being underwater, in my opinion, for the trailer looked a little bad. I don't know.
For centuries, at every Disneyland theme park, we have Ariel being played by a white woman with red hair.
Why do y'all want a black Ariel? Why do y'all want a black Cinderella? What does that, like, what the fuck?
Ariel is an angel. Ariel is a mermaid.
Does to do? Like, I don't understand. Those are great stories, and it's great, like I said, to see us being represented. But what is that representation doing for us as a people as a whole? Because it's really not doing much for us.
Everyone is being played. Literally every single person is being played right now by these movie companies. So you got the racist people, right? Because Ariel is going to be played by a black person. So they absolutely hate that shit. They're like, oh no, that's not my Ariel. Not my Ariel. Hashtag not my Ariel. But. I'm not a racist. I am not a racist.
I don't recall any blacks underwater. And it's not me to be the first one to announce that black people do not like swimming. They're up there with cats and dogs.
Oh no.
Okay, you know, if
While
you want,
showing a picture of a black kid swimming, he says this.
you want to have you want a real legitimate reason why it's strange that a mermaid would be black. I'll give you one.
Toning in the skin because
Yes,
of the water.
exactly. There you go. That's the that's the
I'm saying that.
that is a full on actual strange little thing.
Yeah, but they're underwater. Let's not like the sun doesn't go.
But it's not like black people can't fucking swim. Jesus Christ! I can't believe he went there.
Kittens. Is this not true? Am I like? Ask them.
You're showing
They
footage
can't
of
swim,
black kids
but
swimming.
Why? Why? What does this do? And
Now
who else in this
I do
cast
like the
is gonna
image
be
of the
swapped out?
sexy
And I'll
ginger
predict right
in
now, I
the shells.
guarantee you.
I think they're going to get rid of the shells too.
They're probably she's still wearing the shells, but like
She's wearing some kind of purple.
there's probably going to be like 2 Ariels walking around now, I would imagine.
Ursula, the bad fat white octopus, she's gonna stay white.
White?
Now he does accurately predict that she will stay white.
She's not white, she's purple. Or gray, blue.
Right.
Not white.
But in the context of she's okay.
Whatever.
Ursula,
What is
bad,
she? I
fat
don't know.
White octopus, she's gonna stay white, right? Of course she's gonna be white.
Right, but then you got the black people. Black people see it as a win. Yeah, we got Ariel. Next is Jesus.
You made it, black people. You finally made it. Fuck reparations. The Little Mermaid is black.
Mind blowing. Like all the stuff that people could be worried about, they're worried about a movie. There are actual children sleeping on the street right now. There's people sleeping on the bridges. There's people that's starving. And it's all right here in America. But everyone's, nope. Gotta worry about this goddamn movie. All it gotta be about this movie. Mind blowing.
It's a good thing for them to throw at us so that we can feel like we're making progression, and so that we can make it so that we can feel like change is happening and great things for the black people are happening. But what we are failing to fucking realize is that we are putting that power within their hands. We have that power already. We don't need Halle Bailey to be the Ariel in the live action movie.
Preach, sister.
For us to be any greater than what we already are.
And when it comes to the redheads, I would think redheads and gingers would have united a long time
ago.
Gingers? I would have thought they would have started burning down theaters.
Yeah, ginger. Can call it now the ginger.
Well, gingers are you can't tell gingers that they should be offended about anything any more than we can tell black people that they can be offended about anything. So
we tell black people they need to be offended by things all the time.
Yeah, but we shouldn't. This is his point. So
I run into a surprisingly small number of black people who think Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z is racist.
Hey, but okay. So can we find a purple actress for Ursula?
No.
Okay.
We could get a big, fat, ugly, goddamn drag queen, though, because Ursula was based on Divine, who was a big, fat, ugly drag queen.
When they had a black Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the racist people are being played because they're giving free publicity. Literally, they are giving free.
Oh, absolutely. The other guys bitching about the Little Mermaid movie are presenting it to people.
We have to have
definitely.
a princess be a certain color. I don't think that makes them a racist. I think that makes them somebody that just wants the best person for the job to be chosen, whether it's a movie or a corporate venture.
Are you kidding me? You don't want black folks in your comic books. The thing that is crazy about it is it's all fiction. But people get so worked up, and it ain't even only related to blacks. Star Wars people are the worst. They don't want no
the
women
melatonin
and
in the
no
skin, right?
Asians. They forced the lead of Force Awakens and the Asian girl. They forced them both off social media. You can't be in our movie. No, it doesn't make sense.
Like the if you don't want a movie is don't talk about it.
I'm kind of in agreement with that guy They're
Yeah.
basically all just being played, and this is
Right.
all artificial to generate buzz for the movie.
Well,
Because
it's just out there.
seriously,
Stuff generates itself, right?
how many of these people are actually going to go see this motherfucker? I'm
All of
not.
them.
You're not.
It's the big difference between what the Ghostbusters was and what this is, because they're doing with the Lion King. They're going to give you the movie you saw before, right? It's going to have all the musical numbers, right?
I'm trying to think if they were to have Ursula be
Hold on.
played by a
Oh,
black woman. Telling me to hold on. I guess I'll just go ahead and complete my thought. Fuck it. Trying to think if they did Ursula as a black woman, like they did with apparently half the cast. Who the fuck's a big black chick that could have played her? Because I can't picture a small Ursula. That just doesn't seem right.
No, and I think Melissa McCarthy. Now that you told me she's going to be in the movie, she's going to be.
I can honestly hear her voice in my head singing the songs, and they probably will sound right. I just hate her.
Oh, of course, I hate her too. Here's the big question though. We haven't seen any images of her as the queen thing yet.
We haven't seen anything except for one shot of Ariel.
Right. So here's the question: is she going to have a short hair, or is she going to have that her hair done long? Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think she is she going to wear the costume like she wears it, right?
Like the dress.
Right.
I don't know.
They tend to go more elaborate rather than less elaborate. So I have a feeling like her, because her dress is very simple. It's just black, and that's too simple. So they have to go more complex. It's got to be like blinged out and beaded and shit like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's watch Teddy Rubbskin with Teddy Rubbskin and Teddy Rubbskin. You want to watch some Teddy Rubbskin? That's fine.
See what your biggest videos on the archive is.
Oh yeah, on the archive. I already know what it is. It's Ghostbusters 3 and no,
It's Solo.
Solo. And you know why?
Hmm.
Because people love Solo. You don't know how much they love that movie. Did you know this movie, Solo?
I saw it.
With
Yeah.
Mario Van Peebles. Have you seen the movie though?
Oh, wait, what? No.
It's a fantastic movie. It's kind of a little bit of Predator,
Oh,
and
it's not the Star Wars movie. I get it.
No, right. But I don't think that's why it's got the views. It's got the views because people actually like the movie. Now, if you scroll up to the top, let me take a look at these. What do we got here? We got Gremlins 3, obviously because people are interested in Gremlins 3. Gremlins versus Critters versus Ghoulies versus Munchies, because that's good concept. I think people love that idea. Teddy does Bible Man animated series. That's just because people want to see me there. There's not real interest in Bible Man. The Griddle Burger and Teddy Rubskin's got new channel, link in description. That's all just people who want to see my videos. That's great. That's good. So it's always chasing stuff like Godzilla and RoboCop and other stuff, Sega Genesis. But I like seeing when the videos getting the views or videos where they're just interested in Teddy Ruxpin. What's going on with Teddy Ruxpin? You know what I mean? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Little Rubber Ninjas has a lot of views. That's great. That's just a video where I found a bunch of Little Rubber Ninjas in a vending machine. I was like, these are great. The
Space Jam 2 is gonna suck. You called that one.
The Console Wars and Game Sack guys break up. See, scroll back up a little bit on the far left. See, Console Wars and Game Sack guys broke up. They were both. I put together a little Photoshop. That's great. That ends up being the thumbnail because the thumbnail's not picked. It's just random images from the video. That's those two guys. It's a reaction to Critters.
Jared Genesis is creepy.
He's very creepy. Teddy Ruxpin Godzilla Movies Part 4. I guess someone took it down and then re-uploaded because, but this was done over a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
I was able to download all my videos and then re-upload them in it actually took several months to upload all the videos. Which is funny. We got all of them archived. That's great. That's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it sucks that it got all taken down because of Bible Man.
Fucking Bible Man.
Fucking Bible Man. Yeah.
What a shitty reason to get hit, too.
Well, see, that's the thing. And it was on these live streams and stuff that I thought was fine. It apparently wasn't, right? I'm still, it's like these little landmines. Who knows? Maybe somebody will pull the thing on hot drinks. Who owns the rights to hot drinks? If somebody owns the rights to hot drinks and they realize what a meme that is, they may want to cash in on it somewhat. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just the way things go. And Bible Man, it was probably because when I started doing Bible Man, nobody owned Bible Man. Nobody cared. It had kind of gone stagnant, right? There was nothing in development. During the time I was doing Bible Man, they did this animated series. This animated series kind of came out of nowhere. And then I guess somebody gave a fuck about the property because the guys who came after me are not the logo that I see on the front of any of the Bible Man episodes I've been watching, right? So somebody else owns the rights to this, somebody owns the rights to that, and that's kind of how the whole thing started. There's Classic Media. Yeah, Google Classic Media characters or Classic Media IP in just Google, not on YouTube.
Oh.
Because Classic Media is not going to be Classic Media Images. No. Classic Media Cartoons. Try Classic Media Cartoons. All right. Classic Media, right over there on DreamWorks acquires Classic Media. Now, Classic Media, see the or the first one, very first image. Classic Media, DreamWorks acquires Classic Media. So, see all these things? Let's start Archie. Dewey the Duck, right?
Baby Huey.
Baby Huey, right. Dick Tracy, Fat Albert. Now, these characters, at certain points, were up and down in value, and were all bought, including Godzilla, Lassie, Lone Ranger, He-Man.
Mr. Magoo.
All purchased by Classic Media over the years when they were worth nothing.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
So all these characters have been purchased by DreamWorks now. DreamWorks owns all these now. You realize that? That's crazy. Hey.
That is crazy.
Hold on a second. Hey, boy.
Fucking copyright.
But yeah, so I mean, one company is going to own all that stuff. Fat Albert, fucking Underdog, Lassie, and they've been putting out stuff because they own the rights to these things in various small degrees. You remember there was an Underdog movie? They just had a dog. It was like, they made his mouth move like the buddies, like the Air Buddies.
I do not remember that, no.
Yeah, he was voiced by The guy from Mallrats. What's his name? Scott Lee. Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
Yes, Jason Lee. He was the voice of Underdog. He was the voice of a dog that had a cape. It did not resemble Underdog at all. There was a dog with a cape. That's what we were seeing. It was just like a real dog, a CGI dog with a cape. It's just, yep, there he is. It's a fucking dog. And a midget? Is that Peter Dinklage? Oh, click on that. Is that Peter Dinklage? It's Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
The Underdog. Oh my fucking God. See, no actor anymore is any kind of stamp of quality. All right, it doesn't matter who you are. You're probably in some real shitty movies, and probably in some good ones too. Who fucking knows? You know what I mean? Because actors, they just got to do what they can. You know what I mean? And sometimes they're just in the worst piece of shit you've ever seen. You know?
Yeah.
And not that this is the worst piece of shit ever made.
Be right back.
But it is pretty fucking bad. It's pretty fucking bad. Actually, while he's going, I'm gonna go too. So you guys can just stare at pictures of Peter Dinklage from Underdog. Look at Peter Dinklage in Underdog. You just sit there and look at him. Look at it. Let it sink into your brain. Peter Dinklage was an Underdog. Wait, a homeless guy or something? Why the fuck was Peter Dinklage in Underdog? Is it because he was short? Is it because he was short? Short privilege. Short privilege. It's shortness privilege.
What about privilege?
Peter Dinklage has shortness privilege.
Short privilege. Yeah.
That's right. He gets these roles because he's so short. Right? You think he would get these awesome roles if he was tall? Name one role he would have gotten if he was tall.
The dwarf on Game of Thrones.
Exactly. He would have gotten if he was tall. Right. He would
have totally gotten that. He would have been a tall dwarf.
Millions of people have just seen Peter Dinklage in Elf. Elf.
I never saw Elf.
He was huge. Elf was huge for him, right?
Yeah.
So in the movie, he's playing an ultra serious business guy, right? I don't like to fuck around, right? Super serious, which he does pretty well, right?
Yeah.
And James Caan is the business guy who's his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will Ferrell is super enthusiastic elf guy. He's from the North Pole, right? I love making. It's my favorite thing. You know what I love making? Candy canes. I love making candy canes. Use candy cane machine is amazing. It's so much fun. Anyway, so he walks into a meeting and he's having with this important meeting, and he walks in. And he's like, "Dad, I just wanted to ask you something." He's like, "Oh, it's an elf." He's like, "What?" He's like, shut up, stop it. He's like, no. Oh, no. It's been so long since I was at the North Pole. And starts saying he's genuinely saying all this, but you know, of course, Peter.
Will people bother screaming woke at this?
What, at Wakanda forever?
Uh-huh.
What's the point?
Well, you know, they like to do it.
It's black. It's totally already woke. Do we need some white people in it or something?
Yeah, man.
Well, we're going to get some white people. The white people are going to be the
bad guys.
Well, they're going to be the Atlanteans.
Ah.
Right.
Wait, what? Mm-hmm. Atlanteans.
Didn't you see the damn trailer for
No.
Wakanda Forever? Oh my God.
Wait, yes.
The main storyline is that the Wakandans seem to be going to war with the Atlanteans. Yeah. And who's leading the Atlanteans? We don't get a good clear shot of the leader of the Atlanteans. Namor.
Okay.
We get. I think we like a shot at the back. I think he does have pointy ears though. So points for Marvel for keeping the guy with pointy ears. Who you know Namor is just looks exactly like Black Adam, right? He's just Spock. He's just Spock, right? Pointy ears, pointy
I know what it
eyebrows.
looks like. Okay.
Pointy eyebrows, pointy ears. Why does he have pointy ears? I don't know.
Because he's a fish.
Because he's a fish guy, but also Black Adam. Black Adam always has pointy ears, and usually like the widow's peak and the pointy eyebrows. We don't have any pictures of that happening yet, but it's going to happen. It will happen, and the next movie, Iron Heart, will come out because it's already scheduled to happen, right?
Right.
It's going to show up, yeah, probably in Black.
She's in the middle of making the suit in the trailer.
Right. So then we won't see the suit until they're revealing stuff properly over at Marvel. You don't see the stuff you're not supposed to see until the movie comes out. DC's a bunch of idiots. They keep leaking this shit, which actually ruins the dramatic impact and the whole way things are revealed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the reveal of the Joker should not have been done that way, where they just revealed this picture of Jared Leto screaming at you. Like, when has Marvel ever released a picture where you're actually looking down somebody's throat? Hey, new picture of Star-Lord. He's like, ah! It's like, that's I don't really, But yeah, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. They revealed that pretty.
That was the reveal for him.
Right. But they showed him as Arthur Fleck, right? And then the image kind of went, and then they showed him, right? They didn't reveal. They released like a GIF rather than like a still image.
Mm-hmm.
And they focused. This is where DC seems to be its strongest, is when they get these major actors involved in the project. You know what I mean?
Right.
Marvel isn't like that. Or they have like big actors who are doing like, nobody's doing anything that complicated with these roles. Except well, I mean, initially with Iron Man. Iron Man, initially, Robert Downey Jr. came along, gave us Iron Man, gave us not only a good superhero, but a good performance. Everybody loved him as Tony Stark. It's become watered down over the years, but yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was great as Tony Stark out the door, right? Everybody loved him, and we were like 100% behind that. Iron Man 2 kind of sucked, and then, hey, what are you going to do?
I liked Iron Man 2.
It just wasn't as good as the first one.
No, it wasn't, but I still liked it.
So being not as good as the first one is like being nothing. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. Right?
Well, this movie's got a lot to live up to, and it's going to be a fucking musical with Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah, big news there, right? The Joker 2 with Lady Gaga. All right, Chet, what do you think about that? Joker 2 with Lady Gaga.
It sounds
Harlequin.
Sounds fantastic, dancing, now that I've let it stew.
Right. Well, I mean, singing, dancing, musical numbers, right? Because it's Lady Gaga. Now, is he going to sing? Joaquin going to sing?
They're going to sing to each other.
So the question popped up. You're like, can Joaquin Phoenix sing?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because he was in that Johnny Cash movie.
That's right, Johnny Cash movie. He was singing. So he can sing. Is he going to sing like Johnny Cash?
That would be great.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. Yeah, all right. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Did have it not tie in with Batman at all?
No, doesn't have to. Nah, fuck it. Just keep it Joker and Harley.
How about if they both then go to, what if we just have, all right, here's what I want to see in the movie. I want to see it just hard cut to them on a platform at Axis Chemicals, standing over a vat of chemicals.
Oh God.
Then she jumps in, and then he jumps in afterwards, and then they make out in the goo.
No, let's not do that.
That's a Suicide Squad.
Let's never do that
they
again.
they just hard cut to them standing in the chemical plant next to the giant vat.
If you love me, you'll jump into this chemical vat.
You want me to should I push you in? All right.
It'll make you all blue and pink.
It'll change your hair color, and you'll be pale.
I do think that the sequel to this is going to be just as ambiguous as the first movie, where by the end of it, you're going to be wondering, did any of this even just happen, or did he just like bullshit that whole story to us?
I don't know. I what you can hope for, I think, the thing with DC is one, being good, two could be better, but there's no chance three will be better than that, right?
You think they'll make a third one?
I don't know. That's the thing with these comic book movies. The episodic quality is that there's always going to be another one, right?
True.
And now Marvel has done the thing where they had the first one, where the third one is actually better. That's very rare, and they've done it a couple times. Ragnarok, the third Thor movie, was the best one.
Mm-hmm.
And arguably the third Captain America movie, right?
Maybe.
Civil War. Is Civil War better than Winter Soldier?
Oh, I'd have to watch them again.
Right, but they're both pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And I guess if you count Avengers Infinity War as number 3, hey, they knocked it out of the park. Right?
Right.
Because Avengers is good. Avengers Ultron, nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. I don't care for it very much. But yeah, I mean, it's not even worth talking about the MCU being successful. Because talking about a good movie or a successful film is not much to talk about. Talking about failure is much more interesting. So Marvel's become more interesting, I think, since the end of Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a show starring the Wanda and She-Hulk, right? She-Hulk. She-Hulk is the newest thing, and she's twerking in the new show. She's a lawyer, right? She's an all CG lawyer.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it. That's the name of the show. Green CG lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
She-Hulk, or is it CG Hulk? CG She-Hulk. CG She-Hulk. CG CGI.
That is hard to say.
CG She-Hulk. CG She-Hulk. Yeah. All right, and she's twerking.
This was the most important news in the world until Black Ariel was revealed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Marvels have not been impressive. It's not been so marvelous, right? What are we talking about? We got what is it? The Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see that. Black Widow's solo movie.
Forgot that even happened.
Right. We got what was the other thing we got? What was the other thing, guys? The Eternals, right? Remember that? What other thing came out from Marvel? Like theatrical. Come on. It wasn't even we cared about. The Madness. Multiverse of Madness. Right? Bless you.
That movie was huge.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. Multiverse of Madness did well. How about the Thor Love and Thunder?
Did that come out?
Yes. It came and went.
Wow.
Yeah. Shang-Chi. Forgot about Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
Oh
This should
yeah.
be coming full circle with the original Iron Man was originally the Ten Rings. They were the Ten Rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were the Ten Ring terrorist group. But apparently there's nothing to do with that. Instead, Shang-Chi is tied in with something else. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. Ten Rings or whatever. Exactly. I think that was the title. 10 Rings or whatever. That was... Or, leave out the T. It just says whatever. 10 Rings or whatever. It was the name of the movie. And there were toys. There were lots of toys. I went to Walmart and it was just like Shang-Chi everywhere, right? And I'm like, who the fuck is Shang-Chi? He's just a guy in a red shirt. He's got a stick, right? All the toys were an Asian guy in a red shirt with a stick, right? And there were big Asian guy with a stick. There were little Asian guy with a stick, and then there were Lego sets, right? And the Lego set included like a little guy with a stick, and then like what looked like the front of like a laundry and like a buffet and like a nail salon, right? As storefronts. I'm kidding about that part. But
I'm distracted by the shaking ass as I'm supposed to be.
But yeah, so yeah, there were Legos of the Shang-Chi guys. There were all kinds of figures, and the villains on the show, or the villains in Shang-Chi apparently is Shang-Chi's father, right? Now Shang-Chi's father, Shang-Chi's father. Why you don't have to stop the twerking.
Nah, it's all good.
Shang-Chi's father, I guess, he has these rings on his wrists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he can like, there's an action figure that has him, who has he has the power to. Look, Google Shang-Chi action figures, real quick. Yeah, Shang-Chi action figures. Oh, CHI. Yeah, you go. Shang-Chi action figures. Action figures, yay. Oh boy, it's a guy with a stick.
Oh
It was a
boy.
teddy bear, and then it's just a guy with a stick. Guy with a stick. Oh, cool. It's another guy with a stick. There's so many different guys with a stick. Guy with a stick where he squeezes his legs together and his stick spins. There's a big guy with a stick, a little guy with a stick, right? Awesome. Awesome. Okay, now, Eternals action figures, right? Because they had Eternals action figures.
Spelled that wrong.
It's fine. They're just these guys. There you go. Click on the one that has all the guys all together. They're all just a bunch of guys. I don't know. I don't know why I care. Who's buying these guys? Who bought these guys? Was like, hey, I need to get all fucking 8 of these guys.
They kind of look like they all look like Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah. The newer Mortal Kombat characters where they add unnecessary detail, but otherwise they're just basically wearing some tights.
Right? Yeah.
Some tights, but with a lot of extra detail. And they're color coded. He's blue and yellow. She's red and silver. He's blue and silver. He's purple and gold. Right? You know what I mean? And that kid right there on the bottom left, that's Joker. That's the actor who's playing Joker. And all of these actors are either people that are currently on the rise, or somebody like Salma Hayek or Angelina Jolie, who are just like super mega stars, right? So, yeah, I had no interest in seeing this movie at all. But that's the thing: the Marvel machine is making toys for every movie that fucking comes out, because why not? You never know. That movie might be like Guardians of the Galaxy. And when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, guess what? They didn't put out enough toys. They didn't put out enough. And people were like, "Oh, we did blah blah blah." Blah. And they didn't realize how much people would want Guardians of the Galaxy. They were kind of like, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. So they better be ready in case this next movie is massive and huge and gigantic. You never know. You never know, right?
Yeah.
So Love and Thunder action figures. Yeah. So that was the most recent one, right? Is it the most recent? Is Love and Thunder the most recent guy?
I don't know, man.
Synchronize, guys. You see that guy in white with the sword?
Oh, yeah, I'm starting to remember this now.
Yeah, click on that picture that has those three guys with the white bald guy. Okay, so the white bald guy, you know who that is?
Christian Bale.
That's right. Yeah. Look at the. Isn't that a good likeness? Even with wearing makeup and a bald wig and stuff, yeah, I can still see Christian Bale there. That's what they've done, really. And you can thank the guys who do all of the wrestling figures for the technology that now gives us such really good likenesses.
Right.
Because the problem with wrestling figures was everybody looked retarded for the longest period of time. And then they started with the scanning technology, and they initially looked really retarded, even with the scans. Like the early ones where they had them going like, "Rah!" doing some face and then scan their heads, they looked so weird.
Yeah.
Like some of the first Rock figures don't look like the Rock at all. You're right, and you had to be like Stone Cold and set yourself apart. Like I'm bald, I have a goatee. Everyone will know. That's easy to make an action figure out of. You know. I don't know if that was going through Stone Cold's head when he said, hey, I'm gonna shave my head. Hey, it'll be easier to make action figures out of. You never know. He might have been thinking that.
We'll save annually on the plastic because you don't need to give me hair.
That's right. That's what he was thinking. That's exactly what he was thinking. Come on, guys. What are you, crazy? So, look, there's a Star-Lord figure here because he's in the movie. There's a Groot figure. Yeah, and, there's these figures from this movie. And if you get them all, right, each guy comes with a piece of the Rocky guy. The guy who made a rock. So you get a leg and then a body part and then an arm and then you get them all these. If you get all 7 of these figures, you can then assemble. But if you're missing one of them, you might have the Rock guy without a leg. That's stupid. I hate that. I hate that. I think that's stupid. I don't think you should. Don't give me a bot. Like you get the Groot figure, and the way I would get a toy is I would just get the Groot figure. I just want the Groot figure, right? Then I have this body, this headless, armless body piece.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Just look. Just make an 8th figure in the line. There you go. There you go. What are you doing? Why have each figure come with just one part of this guy? Oh, then you guys get all that. If you're a collector and you're one of these guys that wants to get them all, you're going to get them all. You're going to get them all. If you're one of those guys that wants to get them all, you're going to get them all. You're not going to get them all just to get another guy unless you're one of those guys that wants to get them all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stupid. It's the stupidest thing I could possibly make. And they keep doing it. Each new line of these Marvel Legends does that thing again. They all have a part. They all have a part in there, right? It's so stupid. Like, stop doing that. Like, the guy, if you get all of these guys, you'll be able to make and it's usually a big guy. Like, here's the Rock guy, but other lines would be like, oh, it's a Sentinel or something like that, or you know what I mean? But it's like, stop doing that. Just make that a separate figure. Fucking bunch of assholes.
Star-Lord doesn't look like Star-Lord.
Nah, that likeness isn't very good. The black chick doesn't really look like that chick. Not really, but damned if that Christian Slater. Christian Bale. Christian Bale doesn't look like Christian Bale. I mean, damn, that's a good likeness. I don't know. And it's a funny thing is, the story with Christian Bale and his likeness, right?
No.
He did the look up Terminator Salvation John Connor action figure. All right, so he's playing John Connor in Terminator Salvation, right? John Connor action figure, and he did not agree to the likeness. So what they did was, he's okay. So the bigger figure is like a different one, but the one that he's wearing a helmet with goggles, or the one next to him, he's wearing a hat and goggles and like a mask. Right? Christian Bale refused to sign off on the figures. They're like, oh, okay, well then he's just gonna look like this. Like, wait, no.
That's great.
And then he comes with a chunk of a T1000. Now this is a massive failure.
T600.
God damn, this movie failed in competition with Night at the Museum. Night at the Museum came out, beat this at the box office. Nobody gave a fuck about this. The only thing promotion people heard about it was, well, you know what people heard about this movie.
Right? Kinda.
What did you hear about it?
That it was bleh.
What I heard about it was the soundbite of Christian Bale screaming at a lighting guy.
Oh, that. Yeah.
That was the main advertisement for this movie. Not good. Not good. So what that sounds like to everybody in the audience, or in the potential audience for this, is that, oh, this movie's going to suck. Nobody's like that on the set that's going well.
Well, isn't he kind of a prick? Isn't he known to be one?
Yeah. But we don't hear him. You don't hear him screaming at people on the set dressed as Batman. It's like,
true.
You're blocking the light. I'm trying to act here.
Oh God, that would be so fucking funny if he didn't break character for Batman.
Right. No, but he didn't break character here either. Because he wasn't using his accent when he was screaming at the guy.
That's true.
He was still in character. So it's almost like he was yelling at him as Batman. Right? He'll be a fucking professional.
We have gotten so far away from where we started.
Oh yeah, we're gonna terminate so.
Disney to Little Mermaid in general.
Yeah, but bring that image back up. The likeness on it's a great likeness on Sam Worthington, looks just like him, right? Common, that looks like Common for the most part, right? Although they probably didn't want to pay Common and were just like, fuck it, put sunglasses and a hat on him. It's fucking Common, right? And Christian Bale, fuck that guy, put a hat and sunglasses on him.
I'm curious what the gigantic Terminator in the back is.
That is that's out of scale with the other figures. They're just examples. He's not supposed to be that big. But that was part of the confusion with these figures, right? If you look at the one figure, the John Connor with the helmet, that figure is about 6 inches tall, right? Then these other figures were about 4 inches tall, and then there were other figures, right? They were even bigger. Right, there you go. The one where you were about to click on right there. That one is about 12 inches tall. They came in so many different scales. It's like how... There we go. See, there was a bunch of them next to each other. They were in such different scales to each other. They didn't really work together. Right?
Right.
They were just all over the place. And they failed anyway because nobody gave a fuck about this movie. And it certainly wasn't interesting to kids. Kids look at the toys and they look like garbage. They look like garbage. Because scroll up a little bit. See, they show the Sam Worthington figure in the package. And it's... I don't know what that big thing is.
Oh, God damn it.
Let's see that big thing. But there's Sam Worthington. He comes with like a snake thing. That's a scene in the movie where he's in the water and he gets attacked by a water thing.
Yeah.
So we have a battle damage, which if you cared that is a spoiler that he's a Terminator. But nobody cared. So that's the amazing thing right there. That's a spoiler, right? That he's a Terminator. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But nobody gave a fuck, so nobody cared. So that's the problem. Yeah, nobody gave a fuck about Terminator Salvation. And you know who directed Terminator Salvation?
Who?
Mick G.
Who's Mick G?
He's the stylish and he was known as a like this visionary director until Terminator Salvation.
Mm.
Well, not exactly visionary, but he made the Charlie's Angels movies, both of them. He made both of them. And it's like, oh, Charlie's Angels movies, whoa, right?
Right.
But there was something stylistic about them that they were like, oh, this is the future, right? And so they just threw him. What was originally supposed to be a trilogy, based on the merits of the Charlie's Angels movies, Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. They were like, you, sir, we are going to give you the Terminator trilogy, the next 3 films. We got Christian Bale on board, and you're going to be in charge because those goddamn Charlie's Angels movies were so fucking good. We're giving you 3 Terminator movies. And the last 3 Terminator movies we got were each one supposed to be the beginning of a trilogy. Terminator Salvation was supposed to begin a trilogy of, future war shit, right?
Yeah.
Then Terminator Genisux was supposed to be the beginning of a new trilogy that reboots with What's Her Nuts from Game of Thrones as the new Sarah Connor.
Yep.
You got a lot.
And then Dark Fate.
Dark Fate has launched things like Force Awakens by renaming everything. Now it's not. They aren't the human resistance anymore. They're like the Guardians or something.
I don't know.
And I remember they're not the T-1000s anymore. They're the Rev 1000s or something.
Rev 9.
Rev 9, something like that. And yeah, it's not Skynet anymore. Yeah, it's not Skynet anymore either. It's some other new
Legion.
It's not. It's Legion. It's evolved. Skynet has evolved, and it's like, oh wait, do you mean Skynet's evolved?
No, it's not even that. It's not Skynet. Something else happened. It's confusing.
Right.
Like something else happened, but the same shit happened.
Right. I don't even know. And yeah, that metal has a bit more of a Giger-esque design to it because it's non-humanoid in this kind of way, which is cool, but it's also so pointless. It's like
Ever since the second one, or well, the third one, they've been trying to figure out some way to capture the coolness of the T-1000 again, and it just never quite works. This one, their solution was, well, it's like a T-1000 with an endoskeleton.
Right. He's the metal skeleton, but he can separate.
Right. Which the TX was kind of like that too, except it didn't separate. Liquid metal on an endoskeleton.
Now this liquid metal and yeah, time travel junk, says the chat.
Time travel is hard to do.
The only great thing about the Charlie's Angels movies was a close-up of Cameron Diaz shaking her butt. Yep. Ark, you sound too happy.
I'm in pain.
No. He says you sound too happy. You sound too happy.
He's being sarcastic.
No, he's not. He's being serious. Oh, so okay. Here's my plan for fixing Terminator. And it's the same as Prey.
I
I would take Terminator to the Old West. So, and I want to see a Terminator horse. I want to see a robot horse with, flesh on it. Then that gets burned off, right? In the big scene where the horse guy like lights him on fire. You're like, oh shit, we stopped him. There's the moment where they think they're victorious, and then he comes riding through and he's on fire as he continues to pursue them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just keeps on riding on fire, right? Eventually engulfs him, and now he's completely, mostly metal, right? That could be cool, kind of leave him half metal, even after that, scaring the shit out of people, right? That could be
This one was almost cool.
almost cool, but I mean, it's. I like that it's a sexy chick.
I wanted to see more of the internal weapons that it had. It shows us a great big goddamn list of them.
I wanted to see more of her naked.
Me too.
All of the other ones showed up naked.
Well, so did she. And if you watch it in full screen mode, you see titties.
Oh, okay.
If you want to see this chick way more naked, watch Blood Rain.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, if you want to see her titties, see her blood rain. So, yeah, this is also not a very good-looking robot form.
It's very skinny.
Very awkward looking. It's just ain't it? Okay, sure, whatever. Not really impressed. It's not. It's not endoskeleton. It's not skeletal. Which it should be. It's like, no, it's got some curves to it because it's a chick.
It has booty. Oh my god. Well, I'm starting to feel very tired and beat up.
All right. We've been doing this for a while. Well, we started midnight.
I think so.
Oh, no.
I think it was earlier than that. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, because we had another stream. I'm like, oh,
right.
2 hours, or almost 3 hours. Good Lord, we stream a lot, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. All right.
That's all good.
Totally. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Stay synchronized, everybody.